the White House, President Eisenhower signs the proclamation that makes Alaska's entry into the Union official, nearly 92 years after Lincoln's Secretary of State bought the territory from the Russian Tsar for $7 million.
The Alaska Wild Project podcast is brought to you by the following sponsors.
Barney's Sports Chalet, supplying hunters with the best hand-selected gear since 1963. The exclusive home of frontier gear built for the rugged Alaskan terrain. Your one-stop shop for all your outdoor needs. Visit Barney's today at 906 West Northern Lights.
Big Rays, the Alaskan outfitter, committed to outfitting Alaskans across the state since 1947. Whether you're a recreator, parent, guide, or corporate buyer, Big Rays has the gear you need, tailored for Alaska's harsh conditions. Check out their new exclusive line of Auralic waders. Big Rays for all your outdoor gear and rugged work attire. BigRays.com.
Tailored Restoration 24-hour emergency home services, helping Alaskans restore their dreams since 1972. Services include fire, water, mold, post-emergency cleaning, repair, and remodeling. Give them a call in Anchorage, Eagle River, Matsu, or Fairbanks. Hit them up at tailoredrestorationalaska.com.
Total Truck and Alaska Overlander, Alaska's premier supplier for custom automotive accessories and overlanding products, providing all-inclusive rental vehicles and trailers custom outfitted to explore the Alaskan backcountry with a unique and convenient traveling experience.
TheTreehouseAK.com, located at 341 Boniface Parkway, Alaska's own and grown cannabis and CBD store. Ask the bud tender what the strain of the day is to get your 10% off. The Treehouse, where the culture lives. AKO Farms, located in Sitka, Alaska, built from the ground up with concentrates as their single motivation, with exclusive products such as their sugar wax, full spectrum diamond sauce carts, and more. Ask your local bud tender about AKO. Marijuana has intoxicating effects and may be habit-forming and addictive. Marijuana impairs concentration, coordination, and judgment. Do not operate a vehicle or machinery under the influence. There are health risks associated with consumption of marijuana. For the use of only by adults 21 and older. Keep out of the reach of children, and marijuana should not be used by women who are pregnant or breastfeeding.
The Bait Shack, located on Ship Creek upstream of the bridge. Can't miss the bright red shack. They are the go-to fishing gear rental and guide service on Ship Creek. Tight lines and fish on. Come hook into the action with them. Hit them up at thebaitshackak.com.
Lawn Pro AK, Alaska's year-round professional property maintenance team. Services include weekly lawn care, custom landscaping, fertilizing, weed control, turf repair, and more. Schedule your free estimate at lawnproak.com.
Alaska's OG cider company, Double Shovel, crafting gluten-free colonial-style ciders founded as a healthier, non-inflammatory brew option. Drop by their Pop and Tap room in Anchorage off of 58th and Arctic or visit the second location in Kodiak. Double Shovel, award-winning ciders.
The Alaska chapter of Backcountry Hunters and Anglers. BHA is the voice of our Alaskan public lands, waters, and wildlife. Their goal is to uphold our hunting and fishing legacy while keeping our public lands wild. Stand up today and join BHA at backcountryhunters.org. Oh, don't get sprayed.
Yeah.
I feel like the pepper peaks are crispier.
I wonder if you should sit there.
What's going on over here?
Slow.
Slow.
You know, then it'd be... Oh, there we go.
What is that discolored water that you have in your...
I didn't know how much time we had. I didn't know if I could make it to the fridge.
Do I need to go get you a beer?
We can start the show back over.
Cut. Start over.
Just go grab one.
No, I'm going to get you one.
No, I got it.
Okay.
Dude, come on there.
Pull your shorts down.
I know. It's just so much
guy's
thigh,
quads out?
bro. This guy's got some nice quads, though.
I was looking at it.
It's lean.
He's got to show him off, man.
You know, I have some, like, my swimming shorts are like that now. And my mom is just blunt. She's just going to tell you exactly what she's thinking. She's like, oh, the quad is out now? She said, I remember you'd never wear anything above your knees, you know?
Yeah. The bird dogs made me go that way, man.
Yeah.
I'll go 8-inch if I'm wearing bird dogs, for sure.
Do they come in different sizes?
Yeah, but it's like
I need
next
at
one's
least
too
9,
long.
you know what I'm saying?
I think it goes like 8 to like 11. It's too long. I feel like a basketball player or something.
Some Anwans? Some And1 shorts.
I don't even know what that is.
Man, there's a documentary about
Come on,
And1
man.
right
The
now.
professor?
You don't remember And1?
Tell me all about this.
Professor, dude. It's a dope ass
Go
little
ahead,
white
Brandon.
kid.
Tell them what it was.
So And1 was like basketball cultural brand that
League.
came out.
It was a league,
Well,
bro.
But it was like
the
street
brand.
ball.
The brand.
Oh, sweet.
The brand of
Chain
the
nets.
of the gear it was derived from the street ball first.
Street ball. for
Street
sure.
ball, I guess, is what the And1 brand came from.
N1 or and
one.
Okay, and
so
one.
the And1 is like, you know, you're going up for a field goal in basketball and you get fouled and you make
It's like
the
I
shot.
dunked on
and
you,
one.
but you fouled
Oh,
me.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
So you get the free throw.
Yeah, free throw.
And one.
Yeah, and
yeah.
one.
So
all right. Yeah, no, that makes
and
sense.
then the team, there was like a certified team.
It's
with
way more than that. You're not describing
no, it
it
was a
good.
league. It's a couple,
Yeah, it was a
several
league,
teams.
but it was where
Well,
dudes. It
I
was
just
almost like
making it vague.
it was
like-
like Globetrotters meets
NBA.
meets Hood.
Oh,
yeah, good
I
call,
like
Emily.
it. Good
Meets
call,
like
yeah.
NBA.
all right.
So it's like real game, but the dudes are doing like they're not
Showboating.
calling like double dribbles and stuff like that
Yeah,
because
yeah.
the dudes are like doing it, putting it around their shirt, doing tricks with it, and just
Sweet.
like it was like Globetrotters but real
Yeah.
street ball.
And
Yeah.
and they
It's
went
more
like
about,
on tour.
It's more about. It was more about like breaking ankles than score. Like you scored like nonchalantly. after.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was more about. It was
was
more
awesome.
about just like a dude falling down and you bouncing it off of him after he fell down to make it worse.
Well, and it
Yeah.
was the hype and the show.
Or they're rubbing
and
you, they're
the
rubbing your
fans
face
and-
while they're dribbling through your legs, and it's like it's
But it's a legit game, and guys are trying
Yes.
to play defense against it, and then they just get like their ankles.
and this was
just
like on
twisted.
TV or
yeah.
it was like on
a big
tour.
A tour. Yeah,
Okay.
it was a tour.
Yeah, it would be like if the
Get the
Globetrotters
professor,
came
bro.
Yeah,
down.
people went to events,
And
and
the
still
professor's
professor-
one of the guys?
Yes,
And there was like 3 white dudes that started.
Turn that volume
Oh,
down
really?
real quick. I gotta
Grace
fix this
and-
Were
real
they
His
from the
name.
hood or?
They were businessmen.
Here, you look at the mic there closer to her.
There's a documentary out right now. Is the rise and fall of N1? Watch
good.
it. It is so good, dude.
Well, let me fix this audio real quick and we'll get it.
When was this?
2000s.
Yeah.
Early 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it really kind of clashed hard with Nike.
Yep.
You know what I
But
mean?
then they went like the shoe brand, jerseys,
I
merch.
mean, 2003 to 2008 was the professor's AM1 mixtape.
So they essentially like went around and were giving away these DVDs.
But those are the
slanging
shorts
them.
that Daniel used to wear.
No, I never wore shorts.
It was like Jinkos. They were like Jinko.
Yeah.
I never wore
shorts.
shorts like that.
Capris.
Yeah, he had like the basketball shorts down to his shins.
Well, see,
Which dude's
so
the
look at him now.
professor?
Look, the white
That
kid.
white kid right there.
And they had in all these games like an MC, like it was like an MC hype man, calling people out, like getting the crowd hype, and like all these guys
Professor,
had
bro.
dope ball names.
And the kid can shoot.
Yeah, so
too.
basically they go to town and one would like verse whoever you put your best team over here at Chicago. We're gonna see what you guys got,
Street ball
and they would
team.
just come and like, make the crowd hype. And then they ended up like choosing one of whoever's the best and take him on the tour with them. And that one kid, because he's like the littlest white kid, who was just sick. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, he
would-
looked like he was a baller.
yeah, but then it ended up being somebody, and one became its own thing, shoes and everything.
Oh, yeah.
But someone hated. I guess the NBA probably like shut. It got shut down.
Nike was
Nike came out with like that same commercial where it was like black and like the squeaky shoes, and they would come and like dribble, and it just put
Just
Antoine
sent him out.
under.
Well, and I think it was damn it, this podcast. Stephon Marbury, I think when he came out into the pros, so he was a big player for New York Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
He signed with N1. He was like the first ever athlete signed with N1. N1 shoes, goes out there and just annihilates his ankle. First game, blows his ankle out.
On the shoe, and then the shoe.
So the
took
shoe was just like,
Oh yeah.
dude, just they were like, oh, we're on the map, and they put a shoe on a professional basketball player.
Yeah, the worst
who was
marketing
supposed to be
mishap.
wearing,
Yeah.
supposed to be wearing Nikes per the shit, and then that didn't help.
But also the other one that's out, the shoe one. What's it called? Air. That one's about Nike and how Nike was, before it was like Adidas was huge and like
Well, it's how they got.
Reebok.
It's how they got
Reebok
Jordan.
was huge, and then it's how Air ended up signing Jordan, and then Nike ended up signing Jordan, and how
was a
Air
mama.
became its own brand, Air Jordan. but similar to And One. But both documentaries are good. The And One was really good.
I haven't seen
because you wonder you just forgot about And One. Yeah, but it was like
Yeah, they were
huge
just
when we were little.
huge, and then they just disappeared.
So this is like early 90s or something?
2000s.
Yeah, late 90s, early 2000s.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always rad when you see people walking around with Jordans, though. I always give them a shout every time.
What's the Jordan shot?
Just nice kicks. I
there?
say I like
what's up?
like a
Stick your tongue out?
42-year-old white man.
You do it
Nice
back?
kicks.
Oh, it is? Yeah.
I wear Jordans.
Yeah?
Not today. I got my Bauer recovery slips on today. That was the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
premise of this start of this conversation is that we're all dressed summery for the first time.
Yes.
Like I came in with shorts on, and Daniel's like, "Oh, full summer mode." I'm like, "Bro, I've been sweating all day." Chad comes in with his thighs out, and then that old girl shows up. She's like, "Whoa,
she might as well just be
put
in the
another shrimp on
bikini.
the bobby."
I was
Like, she's like, "I was swimming today."
in the sound.
Yeah, no, it was like it just feels like it finally arrived yesterday.
Yeah.
Summer did. I mean, I didn't get burnt, but I got sun. I think the top of my head got kind of burnt.
It's all gone now, though.
Yeah, it's all gone because we're going to.
I don't know, man. Why you got to be so gloomy? You're so gloomy and doomy right now, bro.
Yeah, I know. Because
You're
I
like the,
can't go and I want to
Grinch
go
of
so
summer.
bad.
Dude, it was like Hawaii in the sound yesterday, man. Yeah, this whole
Pretty good,
weekend.
yeah.
It was hot. It was like 70 plus degrees, bluebird, not a cloud in the sky.
glass seas
hitting
too.
the beach. Oh yeah, it was glass. It was so nice.
Where did you guys go and camp? Where'd you go camp again this year?
We went to the sandy beach down Lower Huffman.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we all know where the sandy beach is.
Gotcha,
That's where
yeah.
I went.
I know where that is.
Yeah, El Capitan, Alaska styles in the background.
Jim
Sweet.
Creek?
Right past that.
Yeah, right back side.
So you camp? Did you put
Sandy
tents
Beach?
on the
Yeah.
on the? on the
yeah,
beach
we
or
had a
just-
bunch of people on the boat, so some of the people did.
Nice.
Yeah, kids and
Okay,
I slept
cool.
on the boat.
Yeah.
Is that where you guys went, Emily?
We didn't go out, just day trip today, but we just like drop some pots, go over near Blackstone, and there's a nice little beach over there, and just did our thing.
Nice.
Soaked up
Get
some
shrimps?
rays, got some shrimps, did some swimming. It
Nice.
was really nice.
How's the water?
What a day trip.
I mean, I've been trying a cold plunge pretty regularly, so it's like if I had to guess, it was probably around 40 degrees. So it was pleasant, but like the best part, like all those rocks that are over there are smooth and they're black. And so it's like you get out, then you just lay on the beach, and it's like you
warms you
get
up.
hot like
Yeah,
that. It was like
warm right
a
up.
full body like
You look like you're in Hawaii.
hot stone massage, if you will. I feel like it today.
Yeah.
You got some sun.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. Add that to the day trip.
Yeah.
Prince William Sound swim sesh. Mm-hmm. You know, we talk about fishing trips, hiking trips, a day hunt, like the shit you can pack in a day in Alaska, right? The day trip. But I didn't think about the cold water plunge,
Oh yeah.
followed by the
Pack that
stone
into
mas-
3 minutes.
Right. And that's like you can do
Stone
it
baked-
anywhere around here. There's
stone
like
baked Emily.
looking at her. We call it the Blackstone Spa.
There's cliff
that
jumps?
area
Yes.
I
There it
love
is.
jumping cliffs. Love it.
Oh, I'm
Shit's
in.
scary.
Let's
Love-
go.
You know which one I want to jump? You probably all have done it, or not done it, but seen it and want to jump it. You too. So when you're going down Upper Kenai and you get almost to the end, there's that big rock on the left hand side.
Oh yeah, the silver hole.
Yeah, right there.
Yep.
I want to jump that.
River left. Yep.
I wonder, it's got to be deep right there.
It's got to be, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, for sure it is, because we've hooked fish in that. Yeah, it's deep, man.
I'm not jumping into the Kenai like that.
You never done a swim about in the Kenai?
Yeah. And then it was like regretted it immediately.
Where was that?
It's like ran and dove off of Jeff Benkurt's dock down there, and he's like with my buddy Farrar out of the hot tub, probably quite a few Crown and Cokes. And I was just like, I'm diving in, and just like sprinted, dove off his dock, like came up, swam underwater pretty far, like feeling good, and like, oh, I'm way downstream already.
yeah.
Anyway, so that's one factor, but then like I literally have seen that place now with like the water so low, and dude, there's so many logs and sticks in the Kenai. Like I don't know how I didn't get shish kebabbed. And you can't see into it, man. It's like clear, but it ain't clear.
Yeah. We jumped, you know, that first campsite on the left. Now they have like a fenced off thing there.
Oh yeah. Yep.
It's like a little lagoony kind of thing. before they had it fenced off, we would jump from there, like when it was really hot.
Yeah.
And then go down and come up to the little.
Nice.
I mean, you couldn't miss it though.
Right.
Don't keep going.
Because you're hitting the end of that island peninsula there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, just.
It's pretty swift right there for sure. If you went out.
Yeah.
Too far.
Yeah, but it was so hot, you'd be like right to the end and walk back.
With life jackets on.
Yeah, helmets and everything.
Yeah. Arm floaties.
Helmets and everything.
Arm floaties. They should do arm floaties for adults, huh?
Hey, I got a couple friends that
Yeah, I think
I would definitely buy that present for Christmas for a
They need to
couple
make,
people, dude.
they need to make the self-inflatable extensions of one of those.
Oh man,
The life jackets. With
Oh, like the thin
I
one.
should know what these fucking things are called. I have
It's like
three
a
of them
chew.
now.
It's a,
the inflatables.
Yeah, the inflatable, but now it has the extension that you just clip onto it that turns into floaties. That way, if you fall on, it's like
It's like
puffs up
extra.
your arms.
I don't know.
I was gonna
about-
wear my Abbey
a
pack.
Mustang. Is that called a Mustang?
The Mustang's a brand of it. It's
Okay.
I was gonna
I
wear
feel
my
like I should
Abbey
know.
pack.
There you go. Yeah, float right to the top.
It's not a
Push your
bad
head
idea.
right underwater.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're
Whole heads is out of water, straight up and down.
I don't know about those. I don't know.
I will.
Because if you fall in and you straight panic and you can't pull the cord
Well,
or
it's
you hit
supposed
your
to go
head.
off from the water though.
It has a
It has a
dissolvable cork.
yeah, it's got a sensor that erodes in the water and it goes.
But how long does that take?
Not very
Seconds, like if not even seconds, it's
Yeah.
like instantly.
But it
Soon
just
as
seems
water-
like it's loosey goosey. Like it's
Yeah.
not like I don't know. I've
Yeah.
never seen one in action.
I'm gonna test one.
I have.
This
I've
summer.
seen the whole group.
Does it go like-
because these idiots got wasted and were pulling each other's in the parking lot? We hadn't even gotten a boat yet, and everyone's out of canisters. It was like geniuses.
Does it blow like really fast like that?
Yeah, it's pretty fast.
Thick, big.
Yeah, it's like Abbey bag fast.
Oh. But there's there's only the attachment down here, and most people don't even put that on. They're just having it on their neck.
Yeah, it seems
Wow.
really loosey goosey. It seems risky if you're in like nasty.
I think it's like
water.
it's a minimalist. Thing,
Yeah,
for
totally,
sure.
totally.
I could see like on the
it's to,
boat,
like-
like your guy, like ocean boat, and you got to have it.
And they probably have different levels of them too. Like I would imagine some of the ones that, these guys on like bigger boat, Coast Guard guys are
Or
wearing
like
are
crazy
a-
white water rafting, danger stuff.
Those dudes are just wearing
Full suit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
getting wet all the time.
because you want the padding too. Because some dudes are taking shots in kayaks.
Oh, those things have paddings.
And that they float a different way, right? So then your head's back in the
Yeah,
water.
if you're unconscious, you'd be
Yeah.
floating properly.
Yeah.
And you ain't with that little instant thing.
No.
That thing's
Like going
scary.
through the Kenai Canyon with that is like no.
No.
That's not. And then you got waders on. Hell,
And what's like the weight limit?
Like I don't think they would allow you to if you showed up to 6 Mile to get in the go a raft.
You just got the
You're like, no, I
I'm
got
not
my
wearing
own. They're gonna be like, no, you're gonna wear this one.
Yeah. Well, swinging back to that cold water plunge and thinking about falling in the water with these life jackets and the sound, and then Emily, it's cold water, experience swimming today. There's a bunch of research out for all the people that are out doing this kind of stuff. Where say you're like on shore and you're like tide goes out and your or comes in and your kayak goes out or whatever, and people the folks over at Portage Lake when they lost their canoe like 2 years ago, and the dude went to go swim like 10 feet and drowned. There's a bunch of research out there that shows that it's all because of the shock and people freak out that first couple of minutes. So it's one of those things that you get in that cold water, you just got to relax for a couple of minutes, make your way in real slow, take deep breaths, get under control like you learn in the cold plunge, and after like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, you can do something in the water. You're not freaking out, your body's adapted to it. Then if you have to, go swim out to grab the thing. The best thing's not to just like jump in and rush, because then you get that shock and your body freaks out and you drown.
You know who else has cool things like that? For anyone listening, Luke Mehl on his Instagram page. He does a lot of like river rescue, like pack rafting rescues, and they like demonstrate and actually do it, and through the ice breaks and stuff like that.
Those are great.
Yeah, the training.
Let me pull it up real quick because he does such a good job. And they just go out there and film it and demonstrate how to do it. Let me pull it up real quick here. Yeah.
He's got that going.
So like here's one like in how to use the rope, how to throw the rope, etc. Get this thing out of here.
Yeah, because most people are just dealing with this in an emergency, not trained.
Yeah.
Get the volume down there, or the not on the unit, but the video. Turn your. There it is.
Excellent job. You nailed that one. Okay, got to go.
So they're showing a pack raft upside down and the person fell out and how you're supposed to get back on the pack raft.
Well,
you go feet first.
Well, you notice how too they had one person actually getting the raft turned around, and the rafter was holding on to the other raft. So he's like holding on there, and then she's trying to push it over to him.
And you'll notice none of them have those stupid little life vests on.
No, they have life suits on.
And they're all everyone's pushing away from that outside bend.
Yeah. There's another one. Here's another one. There's a cool, that's just a cool picture. Them throwing the rope, obviously throw up river. Thought that was a video, but here we go. Swiftwater rescue course.
Once again, not wearing the inflatable PFDs, personal flotation plates.
So they're acting like that person's unconscious and how you drag him up out of there, obviously on his back with his head up. Oh, and they're kind of making like a V, huh? To break the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, all supporting each other.
That's cool. The video I want to see is how do you cross the major river with your 60-pound backpack when you're sheep hunting?
That was what I was going to ask, like on the full draw.
You don't wear it.
On the full draw tour, when those guys are like floating out with their moose and whatnot, like some of those were kind of gnarly, right? Like I don't remember. Did those guys have?
It didn't look
life
like they were
jackets
wearing
on?
life jackets. No.
Yeah.
I would have
Like,
liked
is that
to have
something
least
you
had-
pack? Like if you guys were to
No.
do a float,
I would have
if you,
Oh,
if you
Oh,
float
hell
out,
yeah.
Oh, float out? Yeah,
Yeah.
float
Like-
out. Yeah.
like they
Did they
did?
not?
Gosh.
Did they not?
I didn't see him wearing a life jacket, man.
and that one guy was going through some. It wasn't that gnarly, but like stuff with that
That's
much
pretty
weight,
burly for a
an
loaded
entire
pack raft.
an
That's
entire
pretty-
moose.
He bounced
Yeah.
off that one rock.
Right.
It pushed him over there, and he like, bam,
Yeah.
bounced off of it. Pretty sure he was like puckering up
They
right
got
there.
rowdy.
They were weighted down enough that they could have an accident really easy in that
And
water.
and I'm
And
pretty
those
darn
were
sure
those.
there's,
There were hybrid rafts where they're really narrow, and you get a little sideways in that, weighted down, it can flip really easy. And they 100% didn't have life jackets on because my kids were the ones that noticed
pointed
Pointed it out.
and they were like, "Hey, they went in the river." I was like, "Man, this is crazy."
They were in waders too.
Yeah, waders, and then rain gear, that boots on, heavy boots. But I think that's one of those things where if you maybe they'll send us a message and they're like, "Oh, well, we had those in little inflatable things that the blow up ones underneath." But I think like they came from a strong swimming background, right? Hawaii, so they're probably like, "Dude, we're good,"
Totally.
and don't understand like the risks of maybe like what they're doing that's different than their home area.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Well, I don't think those
Yeah.
guys there was no way they could plan for that. The river came up like 3 feet on them. There's nothing you could do about. Those
Yeah.
weren't even rapids for their planned trip. They got a 50-year storm.
Yeah, it was
they
pretty
were saying?
exceptional.
I think it was that when we
conditions.
got that gnarly storm. But man, what they did was so dope.
So what were you saying when you're going to cross with your bag? You cross without your bag? And then what?
I would never wear my pack.
So how do you get your bag across?
Garbage bag, tie it, float it.
That bag's going to float?
Your pack?
Yeah.
You put it inside a garbage bag? Yeah.
And
The
then
air
what?
in there
Tell
will
me
float it.
exactly. So you cross the river
Like,
and
and
you
you
have
drag
the rope,
it
you have a
behind you or
rope
what?
attached to your bag, and then you just
No, you
start
just
pulling the rope
swim your bag across.
first.
Yeah. Swim. No, you swim with it. You're
Swim?
holding it. Yeah, you're just swimming. Like it's floating. It's floating. You're pushing it across.
Yeah, but what if it's just like knee high, like thigh high, like your shorts, and you're gonna cross, and it's just like
It's like
raging,
just the
silty,
tip. Wait, like
silty water. You got
Your shorts are
If it's raging, then I'm floating my bag.
Yeah, but how? You're going to take your bag off and hold it in front of you and walk when the water's raging like this and you're holding it all awkward in front of you?
Yeah, before I'll wear it, yeah.
You hold it like how? Like this?
I'll float it right on my legs. Just put it in front of me.
And then just walk across?
Or you can just rope line it across too.
Let it get wet.
Like you just throw a rope across and carabiner your bag to it, and you just have Nate go downstream and you just barge it over, and then you can do that to both of them. I don't know. I haven't had to cross anything like that. If it was,
well, I'm just saying, like Brandon and I crossed some shit we probably shouldn't have been crossing. And it was pretty fucking sketchy. One little slip and you're down. I've always heard never at least have your backpack attached.
Yeah.
Like don't have it all locked in.
Yeah.
So you
Definitely
can take it off.
Have it locked.
Yeah.
But I never heard that. And I've heard the rope thing, but I've always like, well, explain that.
Well, that's how that guy died 2 years ago, the week after Nate and I finished our hunt.
With trying to cross with his backpack
he was
on?
solo hunting and he tried to cross the Jacksina.
And what happened?
He drowned.
So he was just walking across, and they think they had his.
He
backpack
tried to cross
on.
it. He had his pack on. When they found him.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't even have to be a deep river.
No.
To fall down with that backpack on, dude, and you get stuck or something, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It'll flow.
So what? Go ahead,
So
John.
I mean, I think like most of the time when you're in the situation that you described, especially if you're going to swim, like
If I'm swimming, that's because that river came up and I don't have an option.
Yeah. Usually when you're around,
That's true.
I would have already.
But I'm saying like
researched the area
forging
enough
like
to know
thigh
that
high.
I don't gotta. That's deep. I mean, I would probably just.
And the river's raging, but it's thigh high.
Then I would probably want my pack off me.
yeah. Or you do like one shoulder on, and then you have a string.
Even that, man. I just don't wanna lose
But then
my
it's
pack
so
either.
awkward, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm just.
But
gonna
so what's
shuttle
the
it
way?
across.
So you cross, you keep a thing tied to your bag, and then just drag it across.
Yeah, I mean, this technique that Chad was talking about, we've done it before, but we'll have a pack raft or what was before pack rafts came, and like, we knew we were going to do that kind of stuff, and so somebody would go across, right, and then you have the rope tied, and then you just throw everything in that little raft and go back across. Well, you could do the same thing with a bag, like especially if you had a dry bag.
But if you don't
I
have a
just airdropped you something, Daniel.
Yeah, and you could just kind of pull it across.
yeah. So I mean,
I just airdropped.
if I didn't have a trash bag, I
phone
can
or-
still
I
float
think
my
you can
pack
do
because
your
my bag, my main compartment is a dry bag. It's like
we're gonna want to put
separate
kind of
from
bag
my
do you have?
pack. A Kafaru.
Oh yeah,
And so like
Still
I
do.
just have I used to have just a zip up bag, but now I have an actual dry bag.
and
So
out the top is it like roll top?
it's a roll top.
Yeah, that's sweet. Which one is that?
The straight jacket.
Those are really nice.
Yeah, this. Like, here's me, about to fucking die.
Well, you should definitely have poles. Oh, that is you. Oh, that's not deep.
Yeah, but you fall down right there, dude. You're donezo.
Nah.
That's where I
and
think
his
you
pack
go.
is like on.
That's where you go like one arm, man.
You wouldn't be done. You wouldn't be done. So if you.
Well, I mean,
fell
you're gonna go downriver a little bit. And,
there. Yeah,
and if
but you're not gonna drown.
Well, and if your pack is on, there's gonna be like it's gonna be kind of hard not to panic. I mean, it's hitting his crotch.
Your belt should not be on in the middle,
Right.
That's, shoulder.
where we're
I don't think it
showing.
was on.
No, I mean, I was fully strapped up when I went across, and afterwards I realized like, oh man,
Yeah.
probably should have been a little bit.
You know,
more
it's
careful.
like if you're driving across a frozen lake, roll the windows down. There's just like certain things I guess you kind of do. So if you're gonna cross water, like you should always probably undo it,
Yeah.
no matter how deep it is. Just because
Now, is it better to go together?
I don't know, man.
Dudes
That
together.
one's a very opinion thing.
You know what I mean? Like locked up.
I don't want no one near me.
Arms.
Same.
So I'm saying no on the together, but I imagine that might work better for some people.
Well, I just think like this weekend I was just at the Russian, which ain't nothing. We're crossing with my son. I'm always tell him like, you be downriver, I'll be upriver. I'm gonna block most of
Yeah.
the current, and you walk in my wake, pretty much.
Yeah, for
You know what
him,
I mean?
of course, you should do that because he's don't got enough ass yet. He
That's
might
what I had to
just,
do. That's what I had
he
to
might
do for
just get
Cat.
floated
But
on
let's
it.
say you're going with your wife or something, like you know.
for sure. Then go doubles.
Yeah.
But me and you, nah, man, you're on your
Come
own.
on, dog.
He's like,
If you're having trouble,
can
I'll
I
come
be downstream
back.
or
Yeah,
just
just-
upstream?
Just daisy
come
chain
back.
or what?
Well, you
You
just
wanna-
told us how you left Billy, so now I know.
Left Billy.
on the lake.
Shit, you were like, you got to swim, Billy.
Oh, he had to. There's no reason for both of us to
Well,
die.
you know what I think that situation.
That's why
makes?
heroes die a lot, dude.
No, because somebody else
Trying to do
panics and
shit.
then drowns the motherfucker.
That's what would happen.
Yeah.
What's the story here?
Oh, we were chatting before here, just talking about summer, how it's
Cold
sort
water.
of summertime and like dumb stuff we did. And I was just saying that one time we decided that like it was like a day after the ice went out on Taku Lake, and we were like, let's swim across. Like, so four of us did it, and like Matt Chambers like got like a quarter of the way, third of the way,
And
he
very
was like,
wisely
"Fuck
turned
this,"
around.
Turned around. So we kept going, and by the time we got to the other side, like I was like scratching and clawing to get up the bank, and Hipster was like doing the same. But Billy had looked at me like, you know, we're like 100 yards from shore, and he was like, "Dude, I'm not gonna make it. Like you have to help me." And I was like, "I can't help you. Like you have to fucking keep swimming."
Well, you
Like,
don't even
I
know
was
if
like,
you're gonna
"I'll
make
come
it."
back for you, but I have to get to that beach."
Yep.
It was like cramping. Just bad idea.
That's funny. That happened to us in Acapulco once.
And it literally started with someone threw a football from the beach.
Oh,
Like far out there. We're all raced for it. And then we're like, realized how far we were out. And we're like, we should just swim across.
Well, what about you trying to peel your T-shirt off too?
Yeah, that was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Trying to wear thinking a t-shirt was going to keep me warm was a fucking really
Just straight drag.
so keep me warm.
It was actually drowning
It
you.
was high school, man. It wasn't that. I hadn't heard cotton kills yet.
Well, I think I think the subject matter outside of like finally summer and we're jumping in water was like kind of like one of the number one death tolls for Alaska is it's because of water exposure.
Yep.
Ocean, river, lake.
Include
Creek.
alcohol in those activities.
Yeah. It just doesn't help the statistics. If you
Well, I said it before. That's like Alaska death. There's like certain ways that people die in Alaska. You know, whether it's it's in the river, if you flip or you hit a sweeper,
Water's always the reason.
or some sort of snowboarding accident, skiing accident.
Yeah.
I just
Those are so
and
rare
I've
compared to-
I've said it before. Like I would rather. I mean, I want to live forever, but if I'm gonna die, I'd rather die an Alaskan death, doing something cool and fun, than be like, you know, hit by a drunk driver or something fucking stupid.
Yeah, I get pushed out on an iceberg.
Yeah,
Just float out.
send me out.
just float out. That'd be long. That'd be scary.
Yeah.
Dang, that'd be. That's a good Alaska
Yeah.
death.
What was that? Oh, man, it was.
My luck, the current would change and it just come right back.
It's not that time.
Damn, can't get rid of this.
Sorry, me again. Try this again tomorrow.
There is a famous Alaska movie that won a bunch of Emmys and stuff. Was it called Alaska? Like in the 40s, and at the very end, like the old chief, native dude jumped on the iceberg and floated out. He won a bunch of like Academy Awards or something for that.
What is this?
It's a movie.
Like we all should have cried to this movie.
But
once.
I know my dad had me watch it a bunch when I was a kid. I think it's called Alaska. Anyway, you can.
It's just
look
called
it up.
Alaska.
It's like an older movie.
Yeah,
Like
it's
black
like
and white?
Yeah, it's right on the edge. So I think it's like the first kind of color kind of added.
70s or 80s.
Yeah, dude.
It's
It's called Alaska.
It's like 50s.
Oh.
It's called Alaska. 1996 was when the film was made.
No, that's not it.
It's not?
No.
I mean, it's got Gordon Tutis, who I'm thinking jumped on the.
Let's see it.
1996.
That's not it?
No, that's not it. I'll look it up real quick.
Is this a remake of that movie that you're talking about?
Is it one of these, Jack?
That's all the same, I think.
No, it's not those.
It's not this cute little polar bear.
Baby polar bear?
Oh, 7
they're
must-see movies set in Alaska. Let's see. Here we
Into the
go.
Wild, that was water. got
Grizzly
him.
Man. I wouldn't say that's a movie.
Into the Wild?
Grizzly Man.
Into the Wild.
That's a good one.
The Gray. The
That
Proposal.
one's kind of shitty.
The Proposal was
Gray-
up here? Why would they shoot that? Oh, Family and Sick
It's actually
Alaska.
funny, dude. Have you seen
they're in
that?
Sitka.
That's like a rom-com, right?
Yeah, man. I try to avoid those.
That one's actually pretty damn funny.
Mystery Alaska. Balto. Insomnia.
Insomnia.
Dude,
was
what
great.
about the one, the vampire one? Oh, maybe
Butcher
it wasn't
Baker?
wasn't filmed here. That one.
Insomnia was great.
Oh, this must be old though. Yeah, what was the Butcher Baker? What was the movie called? That was crazy, dude.
What was that movie?
Wasn't it called The Butcher Baker?
No,
Was that the one with Nicolas
Yeah,
Cage? Was
yeah.
the character? Yeah.
Huh, I don't remember.
Have you guys seen The Gray? That movie's whack.
With what's his name?
Liam. What's
Nah,
his
man,
face?
I can't handle him.
Yeah, Neeson.
Oh, Frozen Ground.
Yeah.
Frozen Ground.
Yep,
Dude,
that's
even had
it.
50 Cent up in there.
Dude, 50's a pimp in Alaska in that movie, man. You know
I think he was the-
You know when we made it is
wasn't
when
he a
50 took
producer
a
of that
spot
movie?
in an Alaskan
Yeah, I
movie as
think
a
he
pimp.
was.
I think he was the producer of that movie.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's decent.
So Nicolas Cage was the murderer. John Cusack was the cop.
No, John Cusack was the murderer.
Oh, okay. There we go. Other way around. Right.
You know, spoiler alert if you haven't watched this.
Just gonna ruin this movie if you haven't seen it.
It's
which I'm
actually
sure a
really
lot of
good.
people are like,
And
I
the
haven't
dude
seen
was
that.
basically just dropping girls off in Connect.
in the river. Yeah.
Yeah,
He had his like cabin out there.
His cabin's still there, dude.
Your puppy came from the land.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I called her
Yeah.
Nick.
Yeah, that cabin's still out there.
Oh, is it?
Where's
Chambers
it,
knows
where's
where
it
is.
located
Chambers
exactly?
knows where it is. It's kind of closer to his house. Like out, if you go out on the side by sides from his house, it's somewhere out there. He knows where it is.
So when you I looked at the puppies at when they're like 6 or 8 weeks with Gid, and when we went out and they did like a puppy walk and the big dog walk around the property, and the breeder was like, oh yeah, I remember that movie, this happened here, and he was
really?
like kind of describing it. It was
We did the walk too, but we were at the kids. So we probably
he was probably like, I'm gonna
Oh, these ladies
exclude
are
that. Yeah.
Creeping you out a little bit.
You were like, "Hey man, can I just like dig
Frozen
around
ground.
your place real quick?"
Yeah, right. He owns that campground right there too.
I think
I didn't know.
he got a lot more than he got.
You know what would be really
Knew
cool
about.
is if we could find some old school member of the investigative team from that whole thing, if they're allowed to talk about it and come tell us the story.
Yeah,
On Alaska
it's
Wild
public.
Project.
It's gotta be. Why would they?
So if
should be able to
anybody
talk about
knows anybody listening to this podcast, get us a hook.
Detective Jones.
Yeah, get like the deputy, somebody that was just on the bottom of the barrel but was there the whole time. Just witnessed it and saw it all. It'd be pretty
people
cool.
were scared. Ladies were scared back then.
And that was kind of at a time when Anchorage was really booming with like the pipeline, right? The pipeline boom and like downtown and bars and the social scene back then was like a really big deal. And there's a lot of money around. And it was
Oil
just kind of
money.
a wild time.
I'm
you know?
sure it was out of control.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
extra wild.
I mean, that kind of shit was going on. Remember my mom had the book in her bedroom on her nightstand. And it was like, like that thick. And it's red or orange. It's like bright
The Butcher
orange or red.
Baker book.
Yeah, pull it
Oh,
up
look
just
it
so
up.
you guys see it. And it's like a really just spooky looking book. And my mom told me the story, and every once in a while I'd like drift in there and just open it and read a couple of pages, and it just to freak myself out.
Oh yeah.
No. It's like they're no, man, this isn't any of them.
The Butcher Baker.
Is it that one? It was like
Alaska serial killer. Maybe you
Maybe,
just saw
maybe
red.
on the side it's like all red. I want to say, I just remember seeing it on her nightstand, dude, and it was just like bright red or orange.
Oh, there it
There
is.
it is. That it has the women's like real pictures on the back. Yep, that's the one. Yeah, creepy. I do as a sicko. He's chopping them up too, right?
Dude, well, how many did you get? How many? I mean, he was hunting them, right? He'd let them loose and then go
And
hunt
go
them.
hunt 'em,
And
yeah.
then chop them up.
Mm-hmm.
He's a lot. How many did he get? I should look that up.
The numbers.
27.
Yeah, I want to say 20 or 30.
It was
It's
a
a
lot.
lot of big number.
It was a lot, and they don't think it's. Like,
And then the one gal
they think it's way more.
escaped, right? Yeah.
'Cause they're all like prostitutes.
Did he finally?
of 'em.
Did he finally pass? He was in Seward forever.
I think he did.
Yeah, I
heard
think.
that.
I think he passed. Where is it?
What do you say?
Someone else
Robert
just
Christian
passed.
Hansen.
Died
The
in
Unabomber
2014.
just killed himself.
Between 1971 and 83, he abducted, raped, and murdered at least 17 women around Anchorage. He hunted many of them down in the wilderness with a Ruger Mini 14 and a knife. He got 461 years of imprisonment. Did it say how many deaths? though?
17 to 20 killed victims, 31 plus raped.
It's a bad dude. He owned a donut shop, right? On Muldoon.
He owned a bakery.
Yeah. Yeah, bakery or donut shop in Muldoon, right?
Yeah, or no, it's
Shit is dork.
Is it Muldoon, or is it with that? I thought it was that bakery on Spenard that became like a bread company later. No,
I feel like it was on Muldoon in the like strip that's like the where Muldoon Pizza is on the end,
oh, okay.
and then it goes to like I forget what
Yeah,
else is in there.
yeah,
but
I know which one you're talking
Muldoon
about.
Pizza is like the
Okay.
main staple restaurant that I think about at that strip. There used to be that like it was a pretty famous bakery, I thought too. that he ran.
Yeah, I always thought it was the one on Spenard too.
I could be wrong. I thought it was the dude. though.
Franz. It's now Franz's, right?
Oh, it was used to be Wonder.
I think it
Used to be the Wonder Bread Bakery.
I expect you to know how to say that, bro.
Franz?
France, yeah.
Come on, give me some Zagilman over there, man.
right.
Come
That
on.
one is
The
France.
Alaska and the world.
Oh man, Chris, dude, he was a beauty, wasn't
Yeah,
he?
he was awesome.
Dude, one
Wow.
of the best podcasts.
Yeah.
ever.
I took so many videos
For sure.
that were
One of the
8,
best
9
ever.
minutes, and then I had to shrink them all down in chunks to a minute to send to Daniel to whatever he wanted to like put out or just even archive and save forever.
Yeah.
And it was so hard because man, he
So many rad
Yeah.
stories. Dude.
He's so good.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, he was pumped too. He afterwards he listened to it. He was super psyched about just the the culture of the podcast and the nature of it. And then he was really excited that Bridget called because then they got to be on it together, and she really liked it as well.
that was
so
that
they-
was
they were
like
pumped.
interesting timing.
That Bridget called?
Remember his wife called
yeah.
and
Oh,
like
yeah.
FaceTimed,
Oh, yeah,
and we got to
yeah,
talk
yeah.
to her a little bit on the FaceTime.
yeah, that's right,
Yeah,
that's
she
right,
was
that's
really
right.
he was really excited, and she was stoked. So yeah, he was very
Dude,
pleased.
he's such a happy. He's CJ's dad.
Dude.
Those are just some
Fucking
happy-go-lucky
CJ's
dudes,
dad,
huh?
bro. Yes.
I've
Never seen CJ not just like grinning, smiling.
Yeah, when I met him,
Like
I was like,
always.
"Whoa, your energy's good, and we're just gonna be friends real quick." Okay,
Dude.
all right,
Fucking 100 miles an hour.
dude. He was so welcoming. Like, wanted to be friends immediately. I was like, "All right,
100
cool,
miles
man.
an
Yeah,
hour.
we can text each other now too. All right."
That's awesome.
Even mad at me. He was like, did it in a funny way when he swatted the rock star out of my hand on the podium.
He
at
was so
Archery.
happy about it.
Because
Yeah.
he's a Red Bull rep.
Oh,
And
dude.
he just like came up all grinning. He was like, yeah, Chad, high five me. And then as soon as he high fived me, he was like, wham, smacked it out of my hand. And I was like, oh yeah, Red Bull podium.
Had that
Makes
coming.
sense.
That's
Makes
hilarious.
sense.
He would come to the soccer games with just like a case of Red Bull. Just like at halftime drinking Red Bulls.
Dude,
This is like before anyone knew what the fuck it was.
he used to
though.
have all those,
Oh, yeah,
those
yeah.
young kids in bands like as like his like Red Bull minions, and they would just go around handing them out and like preaching to you how it's better than all the other energy drinks. Like they were a little army. It's hilarious.
Isn't to this day Red Bull probably the best? Just the little single. What is it? An 8 or 6 ounce?
Oh,
The
8
8?
ounce?
They make the 8s, yeah.
I feel like that is
Maybe the
the most
taste
bang.
test, huh?
The most bang. If you like need a legit clean pick me
Yeah, I
up.
don't know.
Because
Yeah.
the rock stars used to make me just full
Loopy,
high
man.
and then just like
Yeah.
fucking
Way too much.
I never even drank
Just-
it.
Red Bull,
down.
yeah, the Red
Give me
Bull
a
could
heart
be like
attack.
a slightly better product. I don't think any of them are great for you.
No.
Oh no! I mean, I realized after I was like eating lunch and then drinking those at 3 and then crashing at 5 every
Oh,
single
yeah.
day. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, it's these things that are doing that to me.
Oh, I've definitely
Stop drinking those.
crushed
No.
energy drinks.
I never tried a Monster either.
Never?
Yeah, dude.
Does it taste like Red Bull?
Drink one
Bro, I used
quarter,
to-
you're like get the jitters.
I'm not a monster. I can't really drink a Monster. It's kind of
Is Rockstar still around?
Yeah, they are. And they're all like kind of joined. But Red Bull is always just different as a business too. Like they were a
Yeah.
very big media business, obviously, but they were also like the other guys like Monster and Rockstar and whoever else, like those guys are all like guerrilla marketing style. Like put our stickers and our swag on
Our logo on
everything and everyone. And Red Bull was like, no. Like the owner was like, no, you give out product. Like even when you were a Red Bull rep, like if you had a Red Bull hat, like that was borrowed, you give it back. Like so like unless you were an athlete, you didn't have Red Bull shit. That's why you don't ever see no one's wearing a Red Bull hoodie.
Yeah,
like now you kind of see them because they've kind of like gave up. That's why the same thing, like they were also never going to do like above the 16 ounce or whatever.
Yeah. You know what one I'm trying to
Dig
get?
that.
That Kirkland. Signature, baby.
Yeah. If you get on
That's
Kirkland, you're doing just
Kirkland,
fine.
holler at your boy.
There's a lot of people rolling with Kirkland hats right now, man.
They're
I've seen them
everywhere.
all
I know,
over
man.
town.
Yeah, it's so cool. They
What?
sell their own merch.
Yeah,
dude.
and people love them, man.
You
Yeah.
should.
You haven't seen it?
Have you ever watched that documentary?
I will never.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's
I
a
will
good one.
never, if I can ever help it, wear anything Kirkland
That
brand.
documentary, dude, they're
Oh, I bet it's dope.
like the amount of research that they do before they will like put their name on a product or pick whose it is.
Oh,
It's pretty fucking impressive. Like they're
a
not.
lot of their products are really great. I mean,
Yeah.
food to everything. It's.
I really only know
I
about
think
the alcohol.
Jack's
but-
about to go buy winter tires this fall.
Yeah, I'm
so
gonna
I mean,
go there
it's,
for sure.
Dude,
Yeah,
they
I
do
will
it all,
because you
dude.
just trust
Those
them.
are fully
You know,
psyched.
They have Kirkland tires.
we used to pay for Consumer Reports, and then
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I
yeah.
learned on Consumer Reports is every time I went to go look for what I was going to buy, Kirkland, whatever it was like this version of Whirlpool. That's the version of the washer or the freezer
Yeah.
that is at Costco, the Traeger grill model you want. And it was like, oh, I don't have to pay for this. I just go to Costco to get it.
Yeah. Well, they do it all. We rented our car in Hawaii from Costco.
Yeah, they used to be the best for that too, till like Turo came out.
Way cheaper than Turo. But I just
Turo, you
blew
can
it up
have
now.
some pretty nasty experiences though.
Oh, really?
I got set up bad in Hawaii. Totally set up.
Oh, really?
like
Yeah,
dirty
uh-huh.
diapers or underwear. in
No,
the back
no,
like
like
that, or?
where they had like some front end problems, you know. And luckily,
like mechanical type shit.
luckily
Oh.
I had like kind of like documented all this. I should have documented it a different way, probably. My lesson learned, like I would just right away call the person and tell them, no, I'm not going to take it.
Yeah.
But instead, like I just sent them a message on it. And then, you know, by the time the trip's ending, like I'm sending a couple more. I'm like, hey, you know, you need to get this thing looked at. And then, you know, she got it. And then she was like, oh, you ruined my car. And I was like,
Oh,
no. It was shaking the same amount when I left. And I asked you if you want me to continue to drive it. And I had to prove all this stuff. But she basically wanted me to pay for her car to get fixed. But yeah, documentation's important. And asking them like, hey, do you want me to continue driving it? I think you have like some sort of front end issue going on.
Yeah.
I wasn't driving it very far, so it
Yeah,
wasn't a big deal.
we haven't had issue. We did have a guy say, I think, man, I can't remember it, but I think Jamie did say there was a guy that said something about something we rented one time, and I just told him, I was just like, just tell him like, sue us then.
Yeah, we took pictures. We did
I don't know
everything.
what you want
Yeah.
me to do.
Yep, can't do anything. Okay, so that movie's called Eskimo. It was 1933. Yeah, and at the very end,
Made in 1933.
Yeah, and it won like some awards and stuff, like
Yeah, it was
big
like
time.
one of
Did you
15
text Dad and
movies
find
made
out, or
in
did you just
1933.
Google it?
No, I finally researched it and found it. And then at the end, he floats away on an iceberg.
Wow.
Yeah, like when it's time for him to die.
Oh, this one here?
Yeah, that one.
Damn. Look how movie covers were back then, man.
It was pretty good.
Love it.
And it's all in Nupik. In Nupik.
Oh, so it's transcript or
The subtitles.
subtitles,
Yep. And then the Native Alaskan that was in the movie became like a famous actor after that.
got his big break.
Oh yeah.
I have to watch that.
So did he fall in love with a Caucasian woman, or is that what's going on with this?
There's a lot of stuff that's going on in that movie. Probably just watch it.
Yeah.
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 There's like the culture is a little different than like
Yeah,
what
I mean,
we see in
Totally.
like our normal day. So
Yeah.
Well,
Very good
even the
point.
title of the movie, I don't think you can
Yeah,
get away
you-
with.
Oh
Right,
yeah, no,
right.
that'd just be
These
like, oh, shut that down.
Yeah, I remember it was really hard to go buy this movie. So it was like we had a VHS tape, and it was important that we got to watch it or whatever, because whatever reason my dad thought it was important. And then like years later, he's like telling people, and they can't go buy like the DVD So then he, because of probably like culturally inappropriate or something,
Blockbuster wasn't having it.
yeah. So then he like burned DVDs for like his buddies and stuff. But it's like one of those things. It's like you borrow this, like you need to bring it back the next day, because it's just like you can't get it anymore.
So you got a copy somewhere? Dad does?
Dad does, yeah.
VHS?
I think it's burned
Okay.
to like a DVD.
I don't think I even
Pretty
have
fancy.
a DVD player anymore.
Yeah.
I think we
Oh,
still
yeah, I
have
do.
one.
I do.
In your car.
At least a Blu-ray.
Not even in the car, dude.
No?
No, I don't have any CD, nothing. My wife's does. She has the CD player and the tape deck.
Yeah, man, I don't own a
Tape.
DVD player.
One tape. Wu-Tang forever. That's the only-
It just doesn't even come out. It just
It's
stays
just in
stuck
there.
in there.
Just starts playing right when you start the car.
I have CDs.
I can't get this shit to turn.
Just the album starts over every single.
She-
or no, I
she
guess in the
knows
tape
every
it would just
word.
start over. Yeah. If all else fails, the radio goes out. Wu-Tang forever.
That's
No
funny.
DVD.
Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. I need another cold shot. Barney's Sports Chalet, supplying hunters and outdoor enthusiasts with the highest quality gear and equipment since they opened their doors in 1963. Barney's carries exclusive brands such as Alpaca Rafts, Sitka Sims, Exo Mountain Gear, Hilleberg, and much more. Barney's prides themselves with keeping a huge stock on hand of various top-of-the-line tents, footwear, sleeping bags, optics, cross-country skis, just to name a few. Barney's is also the exclusive retailer of Montana knives, Seek Outside, Kafaru, Stone Glacier, and their in-house brand, Frontier Gear of Alaska. Barney's has a superior selection of top-rated boots, sleeping bags, dry bags, mountaineering gear, electronics, and accessories. Need freeze-dried food or mountain snacks? They got that too. Barney's now has an amazing new paperback catalog available for in-store pickup or online order. Visit them today at barneysports.com, or even better, stop by the store in Anchorage at 906 West Northern Lights. If you want the best, there's only one name in the game, Barney's Sports Chalet.
The Alaska chapter of Backcountry Hunters and Anglers. BHA is the voice of our Alaska public lands, waters, and wildlife. From national level policy work to engagement with boots on the ground projects from Kotzebue to Ketchikan. BHA performs public land cleanups, hunting and fishing clinics, and community education to help take your game to the next level. BHA's community-minded goal is to uphold our hunting and fishing legacy while keeping wildlands wild and fostering the next generation of sportsmen and women for years to come. Make sure to follow BHA Alaska for upcoming events, local brewery pint nights, and more. Stand up for Alaska public lands and waters by supporting the Alaska chapter of Backcountry Hunters and Anglers. Join us today at backcountryhunters.org.
The Treehouse AK, your one-stop dispensary located at 341 Boniface Parkway. When you pull up to the Treehouse, you'll notice the beautifully hand-drawn art by Alaska's own Ted Kim. Once you get inside, you're going to see many of the same people that have been there since they opened. The bud tenders know you and what you like and what new product you should be checking out. The store is super clean and the music's always on point. The Treehouse and local owner Josh Boots is a staple in the cannabis culture through his music, community givebacks, and a lifetime desire to bring the people of Alaska the best products available. The Treehouse always has at least 25 strains available, and they're all shown prominently deli style in clear, openable jars so you can see and smell your options. Other products include edibles, concentrates, vape carts, pre-rolls, flour, dab rigs, and anything else you need, they got it. They also have some pretty sick merchandise for sale. Check out thetreehouseak.com, or better yet, stop by the Treehouse today and get started on their loyalty program. Remember, you must be 21 years of age to enter their store. The Treehouse, where the culture lives.
So I was going to ask this question. I know Emmy's in the bathroom. I was just kind of wondering, like, you know, what did you guys think of that? Like, I was optimistic and enthusiastic about supporting it and going to this thing. And
What are you talking about? The full draw?
I'm talking the full draw.
Okay.
Film festival.
Mm-hmm.
Right. The tour was in Anchorage earlier this week, and
My first two thoughts as far as like improvement in attendance and just in general, I think you have to have it during the week, and it would be better in the winter.
Yeah,
Well,
100%. Yeah, a summer weekend is not okay.
No, summer.
Well,
Yeah,
summer weekday would be better. at
Yeah,
least.
yeah.
Summer would be fine
Yeah.
because I think that's when people want to do the whole hunting videos to get everyone kind of hyped for the upcoming season. But I just think that the PAC was just not the right venue,
Yeah.
and I don't really know how they weren't very advertising. Like
No,
you
the
know, they're like
marketing wasn't
the that was the first time that one's been to town, but the fly fishing one and the fishing one happens at Beartooth every year,
Right.
And that's a cool venue for it.
Yeah, they should have
Or
that
something
one,
something like that. It can't
I
be
think-
at that Performing Arts Center.
There's a
And the
clash
sound
between.
and the videos were good.
The videos were great. I thought the videos were awesome.
Yeah.
Very high quality. All of them.
Listen, yeah.
Very
You saying-
artsy.
you saying,
Definitely
Jack?
filmed with good cams.
There's a big clash between like the rock climbing community and like hunting community, and hiking community. Some of them do everything, but I think there's no fucking way they're gonna put a hunting video at Beartooth. Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah, no, there was some really
anti-hunting?
graphic kills in those
It's
videos.
not anti-hunting. It's
we're
it's
talking
a thing
about
where
full draw and like some thoughts that came from it.
I don't think that they have anything that they're pro or against. It's just they're think about like they have a rock gym.
He means
and then
vegan.
I don't mean vegan. There's plenty of meat eaters. Hunting is controversial, and I think that they have a lot of people that are part of their kind
I
of
think
base
Dan would play it.
that wouldn't.
They got a lot of
appreciate
flack
it.
when we did corn too. They caught a shit ton of hate mail.
Oh really? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, you're right, Jack. You're right. And I mean, Emily, when we were sitting together watching, and you were watching the caribou got arrowed, and he was just like puking blood. You were like, ooh, and I'm like, man, that is graphic. Like that's the shit that I mean, it could really offend some people if they were stumbled across that. They weren't
agree.
ready for
Yeah.
it.
Well,
I mean, I'll shoot I'd love to shoot a caribou, but like also watching a film, it's like I'm not a super fan of like kill shots all the time.
yeah,
That's
but
fair,
I do
too.
them, so it's like
I get that, but you know where you're getting into. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Well, it's a
buy
bow
ticket.
hunting film festival.
Right.
What do you
buy a
think?
ticket
It's gonna happen,
Right.
dude. I
Very
mean, like,
specific, dude.
yeah.
What happens at businesses though is that as soon as you post that you're doing that, it seems like you're pro that. So they just choose not
automatically.
to, which I
Yeah.
respect. Like
Yeah.
I'm 100% okay with them not doing it. This isn't judging against them. I'm just saying, like, I don't think.
Okay.
Try to call the Beartooth.
And
They're
I'm gonna
be
ask
like,
them why
hell
they
no.
played Scarface.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's
You know what I'm
Dan-
saying?
Dan's not afraid of controversy, man. Dan will.
Well, I
Dan
think
will-
Alaska's
Dan will
proven
take-
that if there's some kind of controversy, like
get in.
people are gonna
Stir it
like
up,
support
stir
you
it
even
up.
more. Dude. Like, look at the F Street thing and things like that. That's just like just made it just more busy.
Yeah.
You're gonna get, of course, the people that are not
Yeah.
gonna support it. But then you
I
get
go to
the-
Judy's now more than we have forever because of what they did during COVID.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's some
They're the
respect.
only one who didn't puss out that day when they all agreed to
Yeah.
open. They're the only ones who didn't puss out.
Judy's.
Yep.
Yeah, it was money, and then they got like forced to close like 3 days later.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it
like
was just for
cops
that
or
day,
police.
and they came and shut them down, and they got fined, but they
I
opened.
thought Kreiner's went pretty hard too.
No,
They, like,
Kreiner's backed out.
Oh.
Kreiner's was the one leading it. Everyone, there was like
Okay.
40 restaurants that were in on it,
We're not
and they
shut
all backed out except for Judy's.
Oh man.
Yeah, Judy's has to not back out.
Yeah.
Anchortown was open. Don't forget about
It
that.
was winter. It
He's
was
like,
winter.
Don't forget
DoorDash.
about that.
DoorDash.
Yeah, that's right.
Just come to my house and grab it.
But I do understand
hold
what
it with a
you're.
stick.
I get what you guys are saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
That one, yeah, it was probably a little more. It was just, I don't know. It was probably more
Full
than
aluminum
than you
peel?
should show. I think
I mean,
if you're trying to like really bridge the gap on the common ground, it's probably too much.
it was only really that one,
It was
right?
really quick.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
the moose went down pretty hard.
But
Yeah, but
doesn't
there was-
show
there was
like,
no
Yeah,
blood.
pretty
There was
hard.
nothing. There was
Yeah, it
nothing
wasn't
graphic.
though. They needed to shoot another time. Yeah,
It still was a animal that didn't just like die a quick death. I mean, it
You
was
can't.
just
But you can't eliminate the whole shot process.
No.
and
I
everything
mean,
from the films.
I'm not saying like it shouldn't be that. That's part of the film.
Yeah.
Part of
I think
the style.
I think it's a blood thing, honestly.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
The moose one didn't bother me at all. I mean, the caribou one either.
No,
I was
none of it
sensitive to it because I had 7-year-olds, you know?
Yeah.
But
No, I could see it.
sure.
I mean, it was
neither
kind
of
of
them.
like when the thing like coughed. It was kind of like
There's quite a few kids that were there viewing that.
Yeah. And it's good for them to see.
And most
and
parents want their kids in that shit. So I mean, that's what
Yeah.
they're doing. They're kind of exposing them.
most of
yeah,
it was
kind of.
tasty.
They are
if you
exposing them.
if you gonna turn your kids into hunters, or if that's what they want to be, then they're gonna see that live. So
Yeah. 100%.
Well, I think also as
But-
the host person of the show can decide not to choose or make that an entry thing. Like, listen, nothing super graphic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As in
Yeah.
splurting blood or,
He's probably got like his own internal checklist of like, oh man, this video's great, except for.
well, what do you
this
say?
is
He
a
got
little
like
too
40 something entries and he had to whittle it down to 8.
Is that how many there
he
was?
said he had
8
over.
or 10.
He said close to 50, and they chose 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
They
said
were-
other years they've gotten more, other years they've gotten less. But
It was super tasteful, and I mean, really, like, so anyone listen, this is a great thing to bring kids to. I mean,
Yeah.
you get to see
Yeah,
the
very
whole
true.
experience from these different individuals on their experience, and they talk about all the emotions they go through, all the trials.
Well,
you know,
what about all the family and kids that were in the videos?
yeah, tons of family and kids. I
Yeah.
didn't see the last one, but it was something that my kids at the end were like, "Yes, I want to go to next year." You know,
Oh, cool.
So that was awesome.
That was entertaining. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was
Well, the whole
real.
thing.
They got to
Yeah.
see something that their dad loves. They know that the meat freezer's full for a reason, and they know how I do it. But they get to like see how we, as humans, do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think having it at Beartooth, though, where you can have your beer, you can have your popcorn, your pizza, like,
Yeah.
that's just so much better.
It would be more fun. It was kind of sterile.
Yeah, and it, like when
That's
you go
a
to the
good
pack,
word for it, man.
you go to the pack, you feel like you got to,
What's the pack,
tuck
man?
your shirt in or something. It's
Yeah.
all, fancy pantsy.
I will say that having it at the pack was a huge deal for the kids because they like go and do like
Yeah, theater feel.
the theater plays and stuff like once or twice a year, get all dressed up. So it was like a big deal that it was there for them. So that part was cool for the kids.
Yeah.
It was sterile. That's a really good word. First off, I want to give Jade and his family like mad props for the courage to do that and pull that show off and speak in front of all of us and carry the energy and the whole thing that you're doing. Like that's got to be crazy from one state to another. He's probably in Utah or New Mexico or one of these other places where bow hunting is like super huge. And I'm sure the temperature is a lot different than it was in Alaska, where it was kind of like on a Friday and there's some hardcores out like us out there. But I think there's room for improvement on that side. And the Performing Arts Center venue was cool for the product, but for the vibe of the actual event, it just needed to be somewhere else.
A lot of the problem lies too when you use a venue like that. Like that venue is not gonna promote for you.
Oh,
Like,
that's a good point.
Right.
so you're having to do your own promotion, and they'll put you on their social media, but like their social media is not a lot of hunter.
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
So
yeah, if you can't
so
compete
you
with
need
Nutcracker,
to like if you got on a Moose's Tooth or a bar or
Sure.
one of these places,
Or
that
if
could,
we-
that
yeah.
could do it, one of the whatever breweries that have the space for it, it would be they are going to promote it because it's going to be good for their business. The PAC is like you rent it, you pay that fee. This is
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and I mean, it was cool because the whole pack staff was there, and they were doing their thing. They ushered us in, and the whole like, I think they realized like, oh, this venue's kind of.
they were worried
Kind of a
about a
little
bunch
bit-
of crazy people with bows and arrows coming.
Yeah, I
in.
feel like they were prepared for something that was going to be a little bit more than what it was, and you kind of tell after the first break, a lot of the staff like left. And I go, oh, this is going to be.
Yeah, they were like
pretty chill
security,
crowd.
like it was a concert.
Yeah, and I realized I'm like, okay, they were prepared for it, but it wasn't that. Like I said, it had the sterileness to it. Still a great experience and venue and quality product, what they're doing. So I like it, and I want to go back, and I want to do it again. I want to take my family and kids to it now that I kind of know what that feel is. But
Well, I think a little communication with Kate, Jade.
Yeah.
And just be like, because maybe he doesn't. How does he know? Like, if you're
He
gonna
just
tell me
dipping
I'm
his
gonna
toe
host
in
a
the
show
water.
in fucking Arkansas, I don't know where to go. I'm gonna look up.
Yeah, we can
Arkansas.
help him find a venue for sure.
Yeah, I think the thing has the
And promote it a little further out.
Yeah, the thing has the
It's
potential
awesome.
of being a really badass event, and it was cool to be part of it. And I think there's some.
Is there more of those?
Well, I'm curious. I'm curious how the Fairbanks one
I know.
went.
What-
You know,
I think
Probably
it's this.
bigger.
no,
is it this week?
No, they
it was
already had it,
before.
and he's gone.
So they did that one like Wednesday or something.
That one was on Wednesday.
Yeah, because that's right. He was fishing this weekend in the Kenai
Yep.
before they were leaving.
Yeah, he was staying with my buddies down in Soldotna.
Yeah. I bet you could add Juno
Killer
or
Craig in
something
there?
too. Juno would probably go out because
Killer Craig in there?
towns like that too. There's not much going on, so you're gonna have some film festival.
Oh
people
yeah,
show
like in
up.
Kodiak or
Kodiak.
something.
Yeah,
That would be
Kodiak,
huge.
yeah.
We should hit him up about doing it in Kodiak next year.
Yeah.
Do it like Crab Fest weekend.
Oh, so
Man,
shit like that would be.
sick.
We need to have our little ad in there when they had it in the middle.
Yeah, totally.
know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
especially since we advertise so much for them. What did you guys think about the goats that were below the Alpine?
Oh man,
This was like I was real
that's
surprised.
like Kesugi. Where you guys are gonna be?
Yeah, I know. It was weird, like different kind of goat territory.
Where do you think that was?
I had it like southeast Yakutat.
Yeah,
Cordova.
Cordova.
Yeah, Yakutat's really big mountains.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's where it would be,
I mean,
but
Cordova
yeah.
and Yakutat, that whole kind
You
of
think
like range.
Cordova?
I was feeling like somewhere out of there, yeah.
I was thinking like in Ketchikan or something.
I was saying Kodiak the whole time, and these guys
Really?
told me no, so I have no idea.
Ketchikan?
man.
But I
It was
haven't
way
goats.
too rainforesty.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
more rainforesty and yeah.
What about Canada? Was it?
He
somewhere-
said it was Alaska.
Oh, he said it was Alaska.
It was definitely
Sitka?
Alaska.
Sitka.
Yeah.
Yeah,
who knows?
it could have been. Yeah, Sitka. Yeah, I didn't see like a ton of Sitka spruce. So it's somewhere where
That's where I was going, like Yakutat, Cordova-ish area.
Yeah.
Just
Yakutat.
I haven't seen a lot of it myself in videos or in person, so I can't
PWS,
really attest
yeah.
to it. But it looked that video of that landscape looked different than I've ever really seen.
Yeah.
So that's why I felt like I gravitated to that
Yeah.
as a general area.
yeah. I
I
mean, I
it's
think
a pretty trophy area for goat.
I think Southwest, but yeah, I mean, to not go risk your life for a goat.
That was nice.
Was
But it was torrential. I mean, those dudes were.
Oh, no,
in
no,
some
no, it was
wind,
gnarly
dude, and some
conditions,
You
wind.
definitely
dude.
were in. Yeah, it was
No,
hardy.
Yeah.
Yeah, though,
It was
they went
extreme
through
weather.
it, bro. They
Yeah,
went through it.
But just the terrain that goats actually live in is so much different than we're used to. I mean,
Or for that time of year, they just happened to be low.
was like deer hunting.
Or
yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it looked like. It was
Yeah.
like
it was
deer
it was
hunting.
like October-ish, I think, because they showed that blacktail and it was out of velvet, wasn't it?
Yep.
There was a blacktail in the video and it was out of velvet, so I was like, okay, I think that's a later season. And that was was that a Booney? Was that a Boone and Crockett goat? I thought that was like the whole thing.
I don't know if it was or not at the end.
That was the whole point of it was like his dad's mission to get the.
I think that so many people don't bring their goats in.
I was amazed. They
You know.
could.
Yeah, there's
They were
probably
able to
trophies
age
out
it
there. People
too.
don't even.
I didn't bring mine in.
Yeah.
Like why?
A lot of people do that,
Yeah,
or I should say, don't do that.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
especially with
You don't have
goats.
to seal a goat.
No, I mean, you have to. There's different
weird that you
options
don't
for
have to.
different areas. Like for me, that I got a bio kit that I did, so that for the genetic research, but I didn't have to seal it.
By Lars, it was a choice that you did that.
I had to show proof of sex though. I didn't have to bring the horns in.
So there is
What?
a reporting
had
process.
You just call
Oh, just call.
or online.
I had to, for my area,
To-
since it was a tag.
Oh,
a
part of the
permit,
online
a
reporting.
draw. I had to show I had to go in
okay.
and show proof of sex, but I did not have to bring the horns in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you could technically just chuck the horns if you wanted to on that hunt, probably.
Or they break off.
Most
they
of the
break
time,
off?
anyway,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, except if you hunt goats where this dude did,
Where they
those
just lay
aren't
down
going to
on
break
on a
up.
bed of grass.
Oh my God. I was like,
Doesn't
that's
say where.
amazing. And of course, it's steeper than we think it is. You know,
Oh,
'cause
sure,
the-
sure,
you
yeah.
feel-
It
you
never
know,
gives the justice.
2D doesn't show 3D, but the terrain was so much softer, I guess.
What if they had the 3D?
Ooh, that would be sick.
There's a draw tag, but it doesn't say where.
Oh, you're looking it up?
Yeah.
The draw tag for that hunt.
There's like a
Said he
real
managed to acquire 2 highly coveted mountain goat tags in back-to-back seasons after countless
Keep rubbing
years
that.
of putting in.
there.
I
There's
don't know. He's from
there's
Washington.
there's one in Ketchikan that's super popular. I wonder if it's that one. We could
That could be.
talk to Jeff about it.
Well, we'll just ask Jade where it's at. Which one did you vote for?
I left before the end because the kids
Oh.
wore out on the 7th one.
What'd you vote for, Emily?
I didn't.
You didn't vote? You didn't hit him with the vote?
I didn't do the vote, but I voted internally,
Sure.
and I voted for the gal
Gal with
that
the
killed the gal with the kids was badass. The gal that killed the mule deer.
Muley. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
that's
I
what
thought
meant.
that was pretty sick.
I've seen a few of hers. Yeah, she's a tough broad.
I just liked her. I liked her demeanor and her body language, and she was loose, and she just had like a good sense of humor, and she was a sharp looking gal.
I don't think loose is
I'll
the
call
word
her
you
a
want to
sharp
say.
looking gal.
fast.
We're talking about women.
Anyway,
She was loose,
I just thought
you
they
know?
were like, it was pretty cool what they were doing, and it was her thing, and she clearly knows what's up.
Yeah.
The bow and arrow.
Yep.
But the mom with the kids, the last one, just watching her boys watching their mom, like call the elk in and like stick it, and they got to watch the whole thing. Like,
That was
see,
cool.
one day they're gonna grow up and be like, "Damn, our mom is so badass, dude." That is
How older were the kids?
Young, too, dude.
5 and 7 maybe,
Yeah,
like very young.
Yeah.
Oh, how about when they were all hauling meat, and he's sitting on the side of the trail, and he looks at his mom. He's like, "Mom, I did dig deep. I did dig deep," because they were trying to keep him motivated on the trail, because the whole family was packing the elk out. The boys were probably carrying whatever the parents felt they
That
could
was
carry.
cool.
But they had little walking sticks, and they're like,
That's the
he's
one you
sitting
voted
there.
for? Internally?
No. Internally, that one's cool, but the internal was the gal. The second
Okay,
video,
that's right,
I think it was
that's right.
video number 2.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
believe is which
What
one.
about
it
you,
was.
Chad?
I voted for the Hawaiian dudes.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Me too.
they.
But I really, really, really thought that the dude who like hunted elk with his kid in a backpack was like the little kid could
Yeah.
do cow calls like unreal, and he was 3.
Yeah.
and he was so
And he was
patient.
quiet
in that pack.
as shit on the kid dad's back.
Well, there's probably
How
a lot of
about-
editing.
How about his
Could
reaction
be, but still.
and his just the pure emotion, and he just got
Dude,
like a
hammered
he had
the
like
elk with
he had
a
like
kid on his
satellite
back,
bull,
bro.
and so it wasn't about like a trophy elk or
No.
hunting a 360 or
me.
whatever. He was just
Filling the freezer.
it was
with a kid on
like
his
doing the
back.
hunt with his kid with bluey pajamas on. If,
And how about
if
his
you don't know
wife
what
was
Bluey is, it's a
his
Disney
wife was the
cartoon.
videographer,
Yeah,
dude.
she
She
was
did an
filming.
awesome job.
Man, that was badass.
They've got a few videos that I've seen, and there's just as many like where she's hunting, and they switch,
What's
take
vice versa?
turns, carrying the kid, and like who's calling, and like it's pretty cool to see it, like a couple like that with a young kiddo just getting after it,
yeah,
like
going through
no
it.
excuses, like you just got
Should we
Yeah,
bring,
no
should we bring
excuses at
Rena
all.
out to the sheep hunt or what?
Just carry her on my back.
Have her be the camera girl?
There you go. there was this theme though that was connected to, and I think it goes along with that guy Jade that picked the movies because and he brought his kids there and
Yeah,
his
very
wife.
family oriented.
But if you just look like the mountain goat story, that was Peyton's favorite. My daughter, because it was like the son who the story's about is reliving and trying to accomplish a goal about killing this trophy Billy with a bow that his dad didn't, and his dad accomplished tons of cool stuff. So it was this really strong like father connection, and so Peyton was like squeezing my hand, and when we left she talked about how important that was to her.
Yeah, that one registered.
And then then there's the kid that had the heart transplant. Another
Oh,
like
yeah.
family thing. And then the elk story you're talking about with the dad carrying his boy the whole time, and they're just bonding, and it's beautiful. And then I missed the last one,
Yeah,
but
the
the
mom.
last one,
You're right. Very family.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that made it
That's really important.
exceptional to bring the kids to, because it was like, oh, we can be part of this.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
his kids were like doing a lot, announcing, throwing out prizes,
Yeah, they weren't shy.
Yeah.
helping out.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, you're right about that.
But how much meat can they pack though? That's
Yeah.
I'd have them throwing stuff too, doing squats in between.
Yeah.
Like, get strong.
You gotta carry
Get
50
strong.
pounds.
That's right. That's
Going
right.
rookie,
I'm
boy.
getting old. You need to get strong.
Those
I'm the shooter.
the homies with the moose at the beginning, they probably embraced the suck at the highest level of anybody on that hunting trip.
That's why I voted for
Hands
that
down.
one, dude.
I'll give you the movie
Hands down.
from the Hawaiian dudes we met in a Fognac. It's like an hour and 30 minutes, and it is awesome.
Yeah, I'm
I
just
wanna
saying
watch that.
those guys.
Do you
those
want to
guys,
talk about struggle? Those guys were like, "You can have all of our shit. We're never coming back." I was like, "You'll be back." They were like, "I'm never coming back." We almost died like 10 times. They were the funniest dudes, and they did. They left all the shit to us. They were
keep
like,
the tent, keep the coolers.
it. They left a tent, sleeping bags, the down thing. The wiggies, like 2-3 pairs of the wiggies over boots, like all this stuff there. Fishing poles.
We aren't coming back.
They're like, no. but their video is like insane, man. Bear running, freezing to death because they rented a boat and the motor broke down.
Oh, no.
Like went downwind and then
So they just a whole
couldn't
slew
get back
of
rowing.
shitty-
Like broke the oars trying to row and could still never beat the wind. Like didn't even gain a foot. Broke the oars, so they slept on the side of the lake with like nothing but a tarp. Like froze.
Oh, that's
why I think you just bring that little teepee, man, on every little whatever,
Yeah, it
dude. No matter
doesn't
what.
take a
Even
lot of
on a little
space.
stupid 4-wheeler ride, you break down
Throw it
out
up.
there and you got your kid, just put it up. Nothing. It's
Yeah,
big.
yeah, pound and a half or whatever.
Yeah.
A pound
It
without
doesn't
the
take
pole.
any space. No, that's a good point. I think we even took it caribou hunting with the kids and we made them some cup of noodles and
Yeah.
shit one time.
My tarp's
windy.
always
Yeah.
in my bag. Like I don't.
Tarp
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
A tarp for
Yeah,
sure.
gotta have
But the
that.
teepee's like the same size,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Are you guys saying teepees on the Kesugi?
No, I'm gonna full
think-
tent.
Full tent. I'm
Yeah.
gonna bring the black diamond teepee.
Did you get it in?
The limelight.
You got the same one I got, right?
What's it called?
It's all blue?
Yeah.
Yeah. Same one I
Yeah.
got.
I don't
I would.
The
I would.
Megalite. Megalite.
Yeah, the Megalite.
Megalite.
I would.
Megalite.
You're
You're
gonna
gonna
be
rock
legit,
that?
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
We were in it
There you
in
go.
horrible weather up on sheep hunting. It was fine. So yeah. I'm gonna
What
just
do you
go
feel
with that.
about bugs though? What are you
I
gonna do
don't-
about that?
I'm just pull it down tight, and then I have like a little like
Same
3
as
ounce
Chad's.
bug killer that you put in your tent
Oh, okay.
with
So
like
you
a
have
blue. It has like a
Thermostat.
no. It's one that you have.
Light.
What
It
is
runs
it?
on light.
What's
like
the?
a UV.
I'm at a loss here, but what's like that? You come up with the idea Kickstarter. It's a Kickstarter, and this like super nerdy like PhD guy figured out some extra things that attract bugs, and so it's like kind of like Thermacell meets a zapper.
Oh, so you
Well,
just turn it on.
But in the
Yeah.
teepee doesn't matter because when we went to get away from the bugs, when we went a couple years ago, the bugs all huddle in that little cone on the top. Mm-hmm. That's it. And if you had the little zapper, you put that thing
Yeah.
up there, they're
Boom.
done, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll have the same problem without the net when you run your. It's the same idea.
I never have problems.
Yeah, but you can suck that teepee down to the ground. You
problems
know?
that-
I'm saying he runs his Hilleberg without the inside, so it's the same
it's
thing.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Except
Yeah.
yours, you can stand up in yours.
Yeah,
But it's 4-season tent, so I just pull it to the ground.
yeah. You can pull these teepees to the ground too, though.
Yeah.
You can't stand up in that limelight, can you?
Yeah, you definitely can.
Oh, man, I've never stood up in our teepees ever.
Yeah, you can.
No, man.
Yeah.
because you like bury the pole down a little bit to kind of get it.
You bring it up.
Bro, what? I've never stood up. I'm always on the edge anyway. How can I,
I
stand
think
up?
we had it high enough to stand up.
I wouldn't
can't
say if you're
remember.
6 foot, you
I
can
felt like,
stand
maybe
straight
on
up.
my knees, and I could like.
I think it's like 5.
You can put your pants on
11.
standing.
Yeah, you can stand
Okay,
up a
yeah,
little
I
bit. You
guess
get on
so.
your knees. You
Yeah.
can, get up a little
Gotcha.
bit. You could
Yeah.
stand up for
You
sure.
ain't standing up in my Hilleberg.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Def-
just as long as you got like a bug, something for the bugs in a screenless tent.
You know what
It's
I
gonna
will
be
say,
bug-
Jack, on that? I'm gonna take the
bathroom.
stakes from my other tent that have that little curve at the end, the L shape.
Yeah.
Because remember that one flew
Yeah.
off. Those are nice and light, but the
Yeah.
other ones are still light, a
Yeah.
little longer, but
Yeah.
they work better. They're not
Yeah.
gonna fly off like that.
That's a good point.
You can hook them in, and you can actually put something on top of
Top
them.
of them, yeah.
Versus all those other little ones, which are cool, but
Yeah.
especially up there, it's gonna get windy.
Yeah. I have some ultralight tent stakes in my other tent that I'll pull out. That's a great idea.
I got the little hooky bob,
Mm-hmm.
the old hooky bob.
I think you're gonna be fine in anything. It's summertime camping.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are. But that weighs 1 pound.
I know they're nice.
What's that Hilleberg? About 9?
No, definitely not. 6.
6?
Yeah,
They're still lightweight tents.
Yeah,
they're
it
just
is.
fucking heavier than. But
What's
I
it
also
packed down to?
I have the black. Like you can get it lighter.
What's it packed down to?
Like you don't need the black version in Hilleberg. I've come to discover like if you just got the red, you'd be fine.
What are these black and red colors?
They're pretty much essentially all Hilleberg tents are basically the same tent, right? So you have like the Nalo is like the same tent as mine. It's just mine is called something else in Viking. So I can't pronounce what mine's like Nomadage or something like that. But it's so there's the black level, which is their version of a four-season tent, and then there's the red level, then the yellow level, then the green level, I think.
Okay.
Or maybe the yellow and green are backwards. But they're basically like mine has the heaviest poles and the thickest material.
So it's a heavy. It's the Mandalorian.
So it's like a heavier duty like nylon.
Yeah.
And then that like goes down thread count and tear whatever the.
So like the one over at Barney's, that's the red one.
Is it a Nalu?
No, the red one.
Oh, does he have a single? He has a one man, huh? Like that Atu or whatever.
I think he has multiple ones.
Yeah.
I think I brought the catalog here.
Okay. I'm check it out. Yeah, those sound right.
Yeah,
Rad.
so your guy lines go up in size, and your stakes are a little. It's heavier duty.
Yeah.
So mine's the heaviest version of that, and I have a 3-man because like
100%, 100%.
It's a mountaineering tent, so it's like it's a 3 mountaineering man tent, which is tiny little Italian dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. You're bringing the teepee. That's light, man.
Yeah, well, I mean,
So much
one,
less
it's
stuff
like
to pack.
new, and after bringing them the
Let me tell you,
last
test
2
it.
years sheep hunting, but actually sleeping in it last year, that was like, okay, well, I could do this, because the first year I didn't trust him, so we brought the Stone Glacier tent too. But also, after being in it, I was like, this is perfect for dogs, because it's like
man.
dogs
That's
smell when
exactly
they're
what
wet
he was
and
saying.
shit, and so it's like,
my interior tent. That's why
Yeah.
I'm just bringing the.
yep. So yeah, I'm with you on that. You can like kind of pull it up and then just pull it up a little bit on the edges. Let air come in if the dogs are.
And you have 2 dogs coming?
Yeah.
Your dog, both dogs?
Brooks will go for sure, and Belle, yeah.
Bell's a Labradoodle?
Golden Doodle.
Golden Doodle? Is she older, younger?
She's 4.
Oh, so she's
Yeah.
like just primo.
Same as Keanu.
Yeah. And
Keanu's
Brooks,
young
Same
too,
dog.
right?
He's
And you have an old girl coming too.
She's not old.
how old?
7, 8.
She's not old. Okay.
Brooks
okay.
is 14.
She's just so chill. Your lab is just like
Yeah, she's
so.
a wuss.
Yeah, she's like old soul.
They're both chill.
I'm curious to see how it goes with the dogs, man. Because I was like, oh shit, that's a whole nother like level of.
My dogs
Stuff
our
to
dogs
deal
are
with.
so easy,
Yeah.
and
Are you guys
we bring
packing
them
their
on
dog
every.
food and stuff? Like
Yeah.
how-
Not mine. He's carrying it himself. Or
Oh, really?
Hunt.
okay.
Figure it out.
Yeah, there you go.
They're gonna have a little.
Get some
They got a
ptarmigan.
little
Figure it
pack or
out,
something.
bro.
Yes.
Yeah,
Eat a squirrel, bro.
Brooks is too
Bring
old
my
for
bow, slingshot, shoot a ptarmigan. Be like,
there you
that's
go.
you.
All right.
Go get
All
it.
right.
that. Brooks will jump some ptarmigan for us if that's Bruce Hens. They come on every hike, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rad.
Yeah,
That you
so.
can do that. And they'll like all follow in suit and
Yeah, they're dogs.
yeah. I mean,
They ain't going to.
They lead.
My
They
dogs wouldn't
lead.
even.
Oh, yeah. I
They don't
mean-
even leave my house if they get out. They'll just run around and freak out at the front door.
That's right.
Open up, motherfucker.
yeah.
You're not
That's what
leaving.
happens when you
Never
have
ever
off
hiked
leash
with a dog,
dogs.
so.
Is they do that?
Yeah, my dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, it's cool because it hasn't been a thing, and I like the dogs for the bear.
Oh, it's great. For
They're
bears.
gonna burn themselves out in the first hour anyway.
I feel like they'll get really, really gassed out on the first day.
My dog
and
is
so
gonna
they'll
go
just be
straight
chill.
into zoomies,
Oh,
dude.
Yeah.
Zoomies for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about putting Brooks. I would never have used the leash, but since she's 14, I'm thinking about putting her on the leash for like the first hour, because these other young dogs are gonna go nuts, and she's gonna run with them and get worn out.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So
yeah,
I think I've never had her on a leash.
limit her a little
but
bit.
just to kind of calm her down in that first hour, and then after that, I think she'll be good, because other dogs will start kind of
What
chilling.
kind of dog is she?
She's a lab, chocolate lab.
She'll probably just like hang back with my other dog, Marley, the golden retriever, because she's just mellow. She won't.
Yeah, she's just gonna cruise with the crew.
If the doodles are just like want to go buck wild, because Marley don't even like
I could
to
just
hang
see
out.
those
Keanu
dogs like
anymore.
that just going ape shit.
It's like this dude's acts a fool, man. He wants to run around and
That's
shit.
right. Yeah. Yeah. Marley and Brooks are going to be buds for sure.
Yeah,
if
there's
that's the case.
Like, let those idiots run
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
That's funny,
But
the dynamic.
Is
Perfect, the two
Marley a
dogs.
bird hunter?
No.
So Brooks is a bird hunter. So one thing I struggle with is like getting her to not go look for birds all the time. So she'll kind of start running circles through brush and shit, and you're
She'll
like,
start gridding.
yeah, and you're like,
Oh,
back.
come on.
Let's just stay on the trail.
Yeah, no, Marley. I don't think Marley would do that. But she might. I mean, maybe she would take to it. I don't know.
But then the dog's doing like 16 miles for every 4 miles, you know. So and that's exactly what I don't want her to do.
Yeah.
Right.
So and then I'll bring CBD oil. So like CBD oil,
CBD
it's
for sure.
amazing for those things.
Damn. Do you do CBD with your pup? Have you ever tried it? No. These guys say good things about it. Like it works. My buddy Wyatt's got some old labs, and he's got them all cranked up on that, and they're so much happier.
Definitely works.
I thought Brooks was done doing peaks when she was 11, and I was like, you can't come anymore. Like it's done. And then somebody turned me on to fish oil with the CBD oil. I got it from the Treehouse, and it's made for dogs. It gets them a little loopy. I don't think that it's completely THC free, in my opinion, but just because she gets like a little
loofy.
Well, CBDs can do that too.
yeah. So yeah, like where you're like, are you listening and seeing what's going on around you? Are your senses
like,
up
I'm
to
just
normal?
out here, man.
They're probably above normal.
But
just out here existing.
but it saved her. Like and I think the next summer we did 31 peaks with her, and
Damn.
she's fine as long as I hit her with the CBD oil a little bit before,
Yeah. Let it set
after,
in
and
first.
then the next morning, then she's
Yeah.
golden.
Same as me.
Just a little.
Get the
So
joints
little.
lubed up. All right.
More after. Definitely more after. And sometimes more before. Never really more during though.
No. Not till you're in the tent.
Not too. When you're in the tent, lots more.
Yeah.
So there was like a recent development in the Kesugi Byers Lake area
Ooh,
24 hours ago. So the mayor is up there camping this weekend.
Mayor of
Yeah.
The mayor of Eagle River.
Yeah, correct.
To be exact.
Hide your aunties, for the record. He texts us randomly about how a giant grizz blasted through camp and took out a moose, like right in the campground.
Baby moose.
in
Maybe-
the campground.
Was it a baby moose?
Thought it was a calf. Right
Can
at
we
Kesugi.
call? Can we call him?
Yeah, we can.
That would be awesome.
Because I'd love to
Really
hear
good
this
call.
story.
Actually,
he's got
let's
it.
see.
No, Joe. Okay, what did he say?
So he just showed up
Actually,
early, so then he'll be ready for the hike.
Brandon,
Okay.
can you connect your Bluetooth to this?
He's training.
And we'll do that.
So you want me to call?
Yeah, I want you to call because
You don't do that
I kinda
1 week
have
out training
I kind of
plan?
have an emergency, guys.
The one day.
And I got to roll.
You do?
So you guys, yeah, the trailer got a flat tire. My sister's supposed to be picking up the cart,
Oh no.
Oh, no.
and I don't have a spare. And I got to get somewhere to get the spare. They might have one where I got the trailer at, real quick. So
Do you look at the tire in the back of my truck when you leave, or maybe grab it? That's my trailer tire.
It's
It
the
might
same
fit.
size.
okay, I will.
It's a little baby tire on that thing, right?
Yeah,
Is it? What? I'm trying to think of your trailer. It's got a full size.
it's a hot dog trailer though. It's the other trailer. It's like a one from Lowe's trailer. I'm assuming they sell the spare.
size wheel, right?
Yeah.
Not like the tiny little snow
No,
machine
not the-
trailer.
no.
You got a spare
Yeah.
for it?
No,
Ooh.
no. That's why I got to get
Where's it at right now?
on the side of the road with my sister.
Oh, like any like specific locations?
Yeah.
Just kind of like in the parking lot or something.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need help?
No, I can do it. I just got to go find the tire. Hopefully this tire fits.
Okay.
But anyway,
that's
still
good.
connect
That's
to your
gonna
thing.
happen.
It's looking for you. On the break, I'll go at the break
okay.
here.
Okay.
We'll watch it. We'll listen. We'll call the mayor up here and then.
Okay. Give me a second here. I'm working on it.
Hear the story, and then we'll go.
Yeah, see if he's back in town here.
Going full Bluetooth.
Yeah.
So you're gonna come take the captain's chair here.
Yeah.
Bluetooth. Okay, you're in.
Yeah.
You're in. All right, we're gonna call. What's up?
There it is.
Get on there, Emily.
Yo.
Mayor,
What up?
what it do, cuz?
Trying to be like you.
Oh, man, you're cooler than me.
Yeah, I wish. What's the dilly?
Hey, man, we got you on the show, bro.
You're live right now.
Hey, well,
Let's do it. Let's do it.
so I was looking back at my text last night, 11:57. You text, quote unquote. What does it say? Hold on, let me find it. Quote unquote. Holy fuck! Literally just watched a monster brown bear come screaming through my sight and take out a moose.
Yes.
So, what's up, man? Can we get a play-by-play or what?
Play by play. Okay. So, I don't know if Daniel's got the map pulled up that I sent him.
Yes. It's on my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could send it to myself. Hold on a second.
So that's a camp.
Yeah.
All right. So you're where? Location? Like, what's going on? Let's get rolling.
I'm in spot 33.
What campground?
Kesugi Ken. South
Kesugi Ken.
Denali.
Okay.
Trapper Creek area.
All right. Off the Parks Highway?
Yeah, it's Trapper Creek, but yeah, it's Trappers Creek, but it's it's Denali Park, but the south end.
Okay, we got the map up.
All right, so if you're looking at the map, I'm in spot 33,
Okay.
and my partner was in spot 39. And so that loop, that middle part is all like woods and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Sick campground for anyone that hasn't been there. It's killer. One of the best campgrounds maintained in the state. He was out walking his dog, both of his dogs. And I just heard him yell Molly and Maggie. That's the name of the dogs, right? So I'm minding my business, just chilling in my camper. And I hear him yell, the dog's names. And in my head, I'm like, here we go. It's one of these dog people, and their damn dogs are out running around again. Right?
Dog.
Yeah, the people that got to take their dogs everywhere.
Goddamn dog people.
Damn it.
Yeah. So I am like, I hear this, like running around in the gravel, because they're gravel pads, the parking pads. So I hear this running around. So I'm like, God damn it, the dogs are up here. So I open my door to grab the dogs, and I swing that door open. And man, I'm probably exaggerating, but man, they're like an 800-pound grizzly. Just right there murking the hell out of a moose. And I was just like, oh shit, and slammed the door closed. Like, nah, man. Like, I'm a bear dad, but I ain't messing with that. I mess with the black bears. They don't commit black on black crime. These jokers right here, these are like some South Compton bears, Some jokers. But yeah, man, so it's just like murking this baby moose. And I don't know if you ever heard a moose dying. But like moose? It is just, yeah. And I mean, it's just screaming at the top of its lungs,
Oh, man.
Yeah, and I'm just like watching this shit go down, and there's a mama moose.
Did you get some video or what?
Oh, man.
No, I couldn't get a video, man. It was just like,
Just happened so fast, and
it was one of those things that, yeah, it's happened so fast, but then, like, the last thing on my mind was like, dude, get your phone.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, holy shit, is this really happening? Like, this is some Nat Geo shit right here.
It's like Snoop
And
Dogg.
so there's a mama moose. Yeah.
damn.
There's a mama moose trying to attack the bear,
Oh,
but it's not going well for her.
Yeah, I've seen how that ends.
Yeah.
You get
Yeah, 'cause
buried in a
that-
giant pile of dirt.
Yeah, that mama bear or that mama moose, the bear had already like fatally wounded
Yeah, she should just get out of
that calf, right? So he already knew that calf is down. It's not even walking anymore. And so he turns to the mom. I don't know if it's like to kill her or to, like get the hell out of here type thing. But he gets her away and grabs this moose, the calf, and just drags her into the woods. And I'll have to send you a picture of the campsite where I'm at, but it's, man, from the front door of my camper to the wood line is maybe 20 feet.
yeah, it's like a tight camping spot.
Yeah, it's tight, but it's roomy.
Yeah.
So he drags it in the woods and doing whatever he's doing because he can hear the moose still screaming. And all of a sudden, it just goes silent. And I was like, yeah, that joker's gone. So I texted the group and I was like, yo, you guys would never believe what just happened. So I'm telling them, and they're like, yeah, we were wondering what that noise was. And then my buddy Drew was like, dude, I was walking the dogs, and this brown bear came bolting through the woods chasing the moose. And that was him yelling for the dogs because he had to pull them back.
Okay. I was getting
So
ready
it
to
came
ask what that
screaming
was.
up from, it came screaming up from Site 39 through the woods. So, the bear's in there doing this thing, it gets quiet, and I could just hear it breathing and it's grunting. And then I hear tree branches breaking. So then I get my phone. So I'm like, yeah, it's go time.
Did you mark
Like,
yourself
this
safe on Facebook?
No, signal was terrible out there.
Signal is
Yeah, no, it's like right when the signal goes to shit is right at that campground.
Yeah. So I'm thinking it's coming out, But nah, man, it's that mama moose. She comes trucking out the woods. And I mean, I think like every hair on her body was just standing straight up. And she comes out the woods, like not even on the, there's like 2 game trails right there. She wasn't even on the path. Just bulldozing trees out of her way. And she looks around and she just bolts.
Good move.
So So I called my buddy Drew and I was like, dude, I'm not coming out. Like, this joker's right here in the woods. Like, I can hear this thing breathing. Like, I'm not about to be the next meal for it.
Boys, see you tomorrow.
Yeah. So he's like, oh, man. Like, he drives over and lets the camp host know, and they call the Rangers, and they come out this morning. They come knock on my door, like, hey, what's up, blah, blah, blah. So I give them the rundown, and they're like, all right, well, we'll hang out here while you pack your stuff up and get out. So I was like, cool. They go eat you first.
Y'all watch my back?
Yeah, because I'm getting up out of this joint. So they came, and we chatted, and he's like, so where did it happen at? And I'm looking at him like, do you not see
The carnage?
like drag marks and all these footprints? And I was like, right here, see where he dragged it, see where the footprints? He's like, oh yeah, I kind of tracked the trail up here. And I'm just looking at him like, God, here we go. And he's like, well, hopefully it was pretty active last night and it pulled it deeper into the woods. And I'm looking at him, and I said, man, I don't know, but you're more than welcome to go look. I said, I'll stay here and I'll call for help, but I'm not going in there. And he looks at me and he's like, I'm not going in there either. I'm just going to shut the campground down. I'm like, good call, man. So we got my stuff together and he started notifying people that they had to leave. And then they called the troopers out to help move people along. And the last I heard when I was leaving was 29 to 39 is what they were closing.
Got it.
And I don't know if they decided to close more
man,
or
I hope
not.
not.
And I don't know. What's that?
I said, I hope not, man. It's not all too encouraging when you just planned a annual hike 15 miles
Right there?
north of that spot. Yeah, we're coming up there this weekend. Yeah.
Well, the bear ate.
Yeah, what site
Yeah,
were you
Bear's
in?
good.
He's felt. No, we're going to go backpack.
39.
We're going to go extra deep and go backpack 18 miles in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to just bypass that joker, though. We're going to go around his area.
Yeah, because the trail is closed.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because the trail goes by spot 39, and that's where it's at, is right back there.
Yeah, he might not be wrong.
So I don't know, on the far end, I don't know if the trail is closed, but the trail getting on it from Kesugi Ken is closed.
Yeah, we'll have to find out.
And I don't know like how long the protocol is to, close
Shut
it down.
That shit down. Yeah, it'll be open this weekend.
I don't know how long they keep it closed. I'm assuming like at least a week or two.
Oh, yeah.
That shit'll be open.
Yeah, he's going to be sitting on that for a little bit.
Man, he ate that shit in like 15 minutes.
Yeah, he probably ate some, buried it, got the other one.
That thing
Oh,
was
no
like,
way,
that
dude.
thing was
They
like a
eat a calf.
masubi to that bear.
They eat a
dude.
calf in one sitting, bro.
Done.
Yeah?
Masubi.
The amount of
gone.
meat they need to eat, that shit's gone in a. They eat the whole
Yeah, but
thing.
he's like, I'm in a good spot. I'm going to stay right here.
Well, yeah, he's chilling. So he's
like, I'm
just
gonna
like
get that
take
mom
2
right
bites,
now.
get
Wanna
a
get that
nap
mom.
in.
Yeah.
Get a nap.
No,
Yeah.
you definitely eat that whole calf.
Man, I wish you would have got some footage, though. So I'm trying to envision the whole
Yeah,
thing,
me
and I
too.
feel like I can see it.
Could have been on Nature's Metal.
Yeah.
God, I could have went viral.
Could have been on the podcast.
Could have went viral.
Did you get home
God, I
safe,
had
though?
my opportunity. Say what?
Did you get home safe? Made it back?
Yeah, I'm safe, man.
Cool, man.
I'm
Yeah,
good.
You want me to check
Campers
in on you or
washed,
what?
put up. Huh?
I didn't see you mark safe on Facebook, though.
I didn't
I'm
need to,
home,
man. My homies were here. They kept me safe.
All right. Good homies. Well, it's nice to
Yeah,
know that the
yeah.
mayor's reach goes out that far.
Yeah.
You know?
That's
Man,
right.
I got a long reach.
You're probably going to change your name, Governor.
Ooh.
Oh, shit.
He should have
That ain't
governed that
happening.
bear to get off that calf.
That ain't happening.
You should have.
They said
You
that
know who
ain't
I am?
happening.
I'm
Do
a
you
bear.
know
Say
who I
what?
am?
We appreciate the story.
Mayor.
Glad we
Do
can
I
give
know
you a
who you
shout.
are?
No.
Keep talking.
Well, sorry we missed you tonight, man, but it's good to get you on the phone, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely.
Thanks for the
Thanks
story.
for the
It was
story.
great.
Yeah, no, that's...
Yeah, that's a rare thing to see.
So
That's
whoever
awesome.
just rented an RV and is going camping this weekend is going to be feeling a certain way after they hear this.
Spot 31.
Steer away from anything in the
to be them.
30s.
Yeah. My
me
mother-in-law's
get spot.
actually going there.
20.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, really?
Pretty much.
I told her the story, though, so.
And it's less than 7 days. So, what is it? Great Alaska. They're not going to give you your refund either. So,
Oh, shit.
yeah, they said thanks for that money.
All right, Mayor. Thanks,
All
brother.
right, Mayor. Thank
Appreciate
you.
it, man.
Thank you.
Later,
All
bud.
right, yeah, no worries. Let's go break bread.
Later.
All
So-
right, Mayor's out. What?
Mayor's out.
He's
Mayor's
out.
out. Mayor's
All right.
out.
I'm here. What'd you say?
We're not talking about you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Mayor,
Word.
peace out.
Yeah. Peace.
So I was dirting out while we are on the
Cut 'em off
phone
early.
there, and I pulled up this fishing game article that I had read years ago. It's actually a paper that was published in 1985, and they had tracked 15 bears in that area of Alaska, like kind of interior, south central kind of, and they followed. They did a bunch of different stuff, but some of it was like they were trying to also track moose mortality rates, and in that region, the moose calf mortality rate is, well, let's see, I got to do it backwards. It's 19% of the moose calves live. So, which is pretty.
It's kind of a trivia. Did you know
crazy
combo?
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
pretty crazy.
Did you trivia?
So it's like 81% of them.
Well, they always twin these days too. Like that's the trend in moose too, I think.
Oh, do they?
We'll be right back,
They
guys.
seem to have a lot more twins.
Big Ray's, the Alaskan outfitter, committed to outfitting Alaskans across the state since 1947. Whether you're a recreator, parent, guide, or corporate buyer, Big Ray's has the gear you need tailored for Alaska's harsh conditions. At Big Ray's, you'll find brands like Carhartt, Grundens, Darn Tough, FXD, Okiwear, and more. Big Ray's is your one-stop shop for both outdoor gear and rugged work attire. Check out their new exclusive line of durable but affordable waders, inspired by and named after the majestic Aralik River in remote western Alaska. The Aralik wader was designed by Alaskans and proven for the diverse waters of the last frontier. Visit Big Ray's at any of their 5 locations statewide, 2 in Anchorage, 2 in Fairbanks, 1 in Kodiak, or check them out online at bigrays.com.
Tailored Restoration, helping Alaskans turn disasters into new beginnings since 1972. Their 24-hour services include fire, water, mold, post-emergency cleaning, and repairs. Tailored built its reputation with years of committed and reliable service to the community with innovative restoration and home remodeling. When you have an unexpected home issue at the most improbable time, Tailored has an emergency response number with trained professionals available to help you anytime, day or night. Tailored Restoration has locations to serve you in Anchorage, Eagle River, Matsu, or Fairbanks. Give them a call at 907-344-1239 or make an appointment today at tailoredrestorationalaska.com.
Total Truck, Alaska's premier supplier for custom automotive accessories and overlander products. If you want to customize your vehicle, talk to the team at Total Truck, where you'll find their expertise along with top brands such as ARE, RSI Smart Caps, Goose Gear, iCamper, Frontrunner, Rigid Lights, Rhino Lining bed liners, and everything you need to outfit your truck or SUV. Want to turn your truck into a sleeping option? They have rooftop tents, custom camping equipment, electronics, and solar energy packages to keep you powered up deep in the backcountry. Stop by their store location on Dowling between the New and Old Seward Highway, or check them out at TotalTruckAK.com.
Yeah, so we're like all kind of freestyle mode.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. So another interesting fact in this study I was reading. How many
mortality?
Mortality with moose. So like, the moose berry, or the bears burying the moose, we all know that. But and then like, how long do they stay on that carcass? I'm not sure, but how long do they stay on the calf carcasses?
I think they eat those right away, dude.
That's in the study. Like, how many hours do you think?
Man, I feel like it's their fill for the day.
I'd say it's half a day.
I'm
12 hours.
I'm gonna say like 8 hours.
So out of all the moose calves that they watched, there's 31. The shortest was 0.4 hours. So what's that, like 20 minutes? And then the longest was 38.6
hours.
Like 3 days.
Yeah. So that I think, or a day and a half. But I think that
Yeah, a day and a half.
this also includes like, there's a bunch of stuff in the study of they break it up on like how old the moose is. Is a fresh calf like worth the first month, or like a summer
good
calf?
How much meat's on it?
Right. And like in the study, it was showing 3/4 of the moose calves are killed in the first month, and then the next quarter, it's like 20% is killed in the summertime, and then there's a few killed in the winter by the grizzlies, but really they're not up and doing anything.
Yeah.
But I thought that was kind of interesting for our trip because, if we have to walk by that trail, it's been more than a week. So
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I wonder too if you get a bear that's full and then comes across a calf, so he smacks it. Okay, I'm going to save you for tomorrow. You know?
Yeah.
You're not going to pass it up.
Oh,
You're still going to kill it.
Oh, man. I mean, probably that same study. Was that the one where they had them cameras on them?
No, this is an 85, and
so
I think
newer.
there's a
Oh,
newer
cool.
one.
Yeah.
Well, this is specific to this area.
Yeah, that one bear killed 41 calves
Right.
in 30 days.
Yep.
That isn't hungry. That's just
That's just murdering.
murdering.
Yeah,
because they're here and they're easy.
Yep.
Yeah, and you can bury them, save them for later.
And that's mostly caribou in the. But
Oh, we're talking about the Unit 13 study that we saw in Palmer. That was crazy.
There's a
dude.
lot of moose, but it was most of the numbers were caribou. I think that's how you're getting numbers in day. But I've seen a thing, heard a talk about how it's way more common nowadays for moose to twin.
Oh yeah, man, that's super cool. They're like have the natural
Pretty much
genetic
guaranteed
diversity.
to lose one.
Right.
Man, I seen 2 cows yesterday separated from their calves between the fences on the Parks Highway.
Oh, really?
Well, would it be the Parks Highway? Glen Highway, I guess. Glen, Anchorage side.
Yeah.
Yeah, like on Boniface to Turpin. There's the fence
man.
on the frontage
Yeah.
road. Mama's on the frontage road
I've
side.
seen it when we were leaving town to go to
Yeah.
the day that we went to Jim Creek. We saw it. So I couldn't stop.
And there was one
Calf was on
group
the highway side.
separated on the Fort Rich
It was
side.
tiny.
Yeah, and they were just running next to each other on the fence. I'm like, man,
There was
how
a
the hell
cop
did y'all let that
cop
happen?
there, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, and then I only seen him with one, and I told Rena, I was like, oh man, I bet she had 2 at one point.
they have twins a lot now.
I wonder if you could put like a little small door there, like where a big moose couldn't get through, but like a small
Well, they
calf
have
could
the
get through.
oh yeah, they have the
Yeah.
Well, they'll go in or out, right? Like, I mean, it's
Yeah.
part of the deal.
Yeah.
Like they're so just subject to. They're not built to survive. That's what really sucks about a baby moose. You just see them.
It's a
they
very
look
short number of days, though. It's like 7. I think it's less than 10 where they're like.
And then they get
survival
past
bit.
it.
Yeah, because they're able to run.
Oh
So
right,
they can
right.
sort of get away, but it's a very short amount of time. Like they grow like
Rapidly.
inches a day.
Yeah. Yeah, like in Kincaid, you're walking around before the bike trails are open to bikes, and that we'll go walk around there with the kids. And I don't know, we've had countless interactions with the bears. But right before the cows give birth, there's always a black bear within 100 yards. They're ready.
Oh, just waiting.
Oh, they know.
Oh yeah, they just follow it around.
Just smelling it.
Yeah, it's
they're
yeah,
like, you better have 2 because I'm eating one.
yeah. It's kind of heartbreaking.
Kind of a traumatic life that a mama moose goes through, huh?
Yeah, real life, man.
Jesus.
All moose, man.
Yeah,
It's like wintertime moose.
Yeah, dude.
Saddest thing.
yeah.
What a shitty life, for sure. The mayor's story was pretty interesting because I think while we've all heard a story, seen a video or something, but to be in your camper,
Oh man,
you feel like maybe you'd see that like glassing for moose at moose camp or out in a wild kind of scenery or a backpack, like something deeper. But to be in a campsite,
To open your door.
thinking there are dogs
breeding.
scrambling around,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh man,
What a jerk!
yeah.
I seen it on the Eagle River Road.
I'm talking about the bear.
Oh really? With a calf?
Yeah, brown bear like smash a calf
Oh, I actually saw it take
on
it
the
down.
road. Yeah, hit it so hard it flew into the guardrail, and then the mom popped out, and chased the bear off, and then the bear, as we were driving by super slow, I was looking down at the calf, like seeing if it was still alive. Just like smashed its back when it was running with a SWAT. So I think it was paralyzed if it was alive.
Yeah.
It wasn't moving. And then as we were driving by, that bear like popped up, hands on the guardrail, like right there in my window. Like,
Keep driving, motherfucker. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here.
Yeah,
Keep that
so I
ass.
just caught like the flash of it. I didn't really see much of the action. It just like ran out in front of the truck and just like wham, smashed that bear, and then the moose was chasing it. It was like super fast, but it was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was telling Brandon last year that I had seen 20 moose cows up at moose camp, and we only saw one with a calf. and that cow was on her game. And yeah, it's just amazing, like how many the calves the predators take, and in different areas, like you can just go out and see, you know, like that's what I'm observing in our area, because we have 2 wolf packs and, you know, a bunch of grizzlies and a bunch of black bears, where like in other areas you talk to people like on the Kenai Peninsula, they're like, oh yeah, most of them have at least one calf with them.
Well,
They're able to get by.
there's not a lot of people hunting bears.
Yeah.
Is a big problem for that anyway. I mean, the Fish and Game just went and killed 90 bears in like 3 days across the inlet,
Oh really?
trying to help out that caribou herd.
Okay. Which like over near the Melchatna over Lake Clark?
Because the Melchatna herd went from like 40,000 to like 2,000
Really?
in like 10 years.
Holy cow.
So they killed
got
like
smacked.
87 bears and like 3 or 4 wolves or something.
Predator control with helicopters, or
I think so. I don't didn't say how they did it.
On the bears? I don't know about that. Helicopter?
How else would you get 90 in 3 days?
90 bears?
90. Killed 90 bears.
I think
3 days.
helicopter would be almost the only
Well,
way,
the
unless
only
they
way.
like
Holy
enlisted
smokes.
like the predator control wolf people. You know, those
To
super
even
cubs.
see that many would be tough.
In a helicopter.
That'd be the only way.
It has to be.
And they'd have to be so condensed in a spot.
I mean, that's like wide open country too. I don't know how else it's not like you could do it with dogs or something.
Yeah,
Bunch
super
of
remote.
teams with dogs. It's like you have to be doing that in a helicopter.
We sure about that number?
I'm pretty sure I saw the article. It's like only like a
It'd be
week.
cool. Will you send it to me? That sounds super interesting. I'd love to read
This
that.
is a lot.
There's probably talking to that biologist would be cool.
Oh,
You know, because like these guys do a really good job for what the information they have, and they're trying to, you know, they don't want to go out and pull a trigger like that. And so it must have gotten so bad where they're like, we have to do this
wow.
now.
Well-
yeah, it's like infestation.
They also probably they probably go out and do it. They probably hire out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The guys that know the critters too. Man, that's just a lot, dude. It's a lot of kills.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the caribou numbers start coming up in that area.
So it was 3 weeks. They killed 94 brown
Okay.
bears, 5 black bears, and 5 wolves.
Wow.
Started May 10th, ended June 4th.
That's still an awful lot
Yeah, over
of bear kills
over
in a
100
very short period of
predators.
time. Damn. And what, like, zone or area was that?
And they did it to coincide with the spring calving season.
The Malchatna.
Yeah,
So
Oh,
like,
shit.
it's like Lake Clark, Lake Iliamna.
north of Dillingham.
Oh, my God. That's just like bear haven. I mean, there's bears. Dude, there's just so many.
These got to
just
be
so
all
many
like
kill.
alpine bears.
You gotta like see them
Like-
and be able to target them.
They did it like north of, I mean, you can see it on there, north of Dillingham.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that's a really small spot right there.
Damn.
That's where their calving ground
Okay.
is.
Yeah. Well, then that
Oh,
would
I
make
see.
sense why you would target that
They
area.
just patrolled that calving ground and then just smoked everything that came around.
It was Tim Peltier. I think that was the dude who spoke out there, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Palmer's regional supervisor.
That's him, dude. That guy knows a lot about bears. Man, the video footage they had of some of the bears with the cameras on their collars.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man, attacking moose calves. It was brutal, vicious. Yeah, because a lot of the ambushes were while the cow and the calves were laying down. So he was like getting out. He was like bum rushing them so fast they couldn't even get up. Oh my! So he could swath one or two.
Yeah.
You know, and the mom is like, she's famished and tired and just, you know, pop the things out. So she doesn't have a lot of gas to provide for
Yeah.
defense. And
Yeah. Yep. And she's probably tired, so her senses aren't as engaged.
yeah, and one of the bears sat like through a thoroughway where the caribou were just crossing. Mm-hmm. And it was just waiting for the caribou to cross, and then he was just plucking calves as they crossed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
On the
pretty brutal
on the slope,
bastards.
I watched. I think there's a herd of about 10 muskox. They had 3 like brand new calves that could barely run. but they could run a little bit, like kind of like gallop.
Are they like little minis that were like furry, like the big ones?
Yeah,
Just
oh
the
yeah,
mini version?
yeah. They're the like little cutest little things you ever
Oh, I
seen.
bet.
Oh my gosh,
They're like
do they
probably
have?
no, they don't have horns yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, they
yeah.
just have little fuzzy heads.
Yeah,
I
little
have seen
fuzzy
those
heads.
things.
They're like a little
man.
bit
Look like a
I
mini
don't-
pony.
redder
Yeah.
and like light brown, like prettier, just like any of these little creatures. More lively. It would be.
Oh my God,
man,
I'm
like
dead.
one of
Look at
these
that.
So-
freaking thing you
Jesus.
So
little
I'm
baby.
like sitting up on the slope, and I see
Oh,
this
does it?
herd, and then
Zach
I see
had a
like
run-in
the
with one of
three
those.
the three little babies playing with the herd, and then there's a grizzly bear that's just watching, getting closer and closer, and they build the circle, and then one runs out towards the bear.
Like sacrifice.
Like one of these little baby ones runs to it because it doesn't know.
Oh shit.
And then like they do something, but then the next one runs. And then the next one, all in a line, and the bear just takes off right at that minute, like knowing that that's an opportunity. The muskox don't do anything; they just hold their ground, and it came right through them. Hit the first one, the second one, and then grab the third one. They're all done. Like it was maybe 10 seconds.
My God. And you watch that at work.
Yeah. Brutal.
This grizzly did the
That was all their babies.
just hit the
For
trifecta.
the whole little herd. Yeah.
They're so cute.
Oh, they were so cute. It was heartbreaking.
Yeah,
It was
oh,
like
man.
you're a little puppy. Yeah.
Well, we were just talking about
Looks like a little
hardworking
bison.
hunter Zach. Man, he got a video last summer or summer before last.
I don't remember. We had one little
He
one,
went like on a
came
caribou
right up
hunt
to
or
him.
something, and he like it was snuggling up and he was petting it and talking to it and it was following him, and he had to like shoo it away.
And they didn't have parents around.
I mean,
Man, that one's toast.
I could probably go back and find it.
That's really
It's a pretty
sad.
incredible video. It's sad because he's like, man, little guy,
Yeah.
figure it out.
Bring it back to
Good
the
luck.
zoo.
Yeah.
I had a little caribou come back behind me during, it was like opening weekend. I was probably like 12, and I was hunting over near a monument, like on that backside over near Little Nelchina. You know, spotting, it was foggy. And this like baby, this calf caribou comes up right behind me. I don't know. And then it makes like its little squeal and scared the shit out of me.
Oh, I bet.
Just jump out of my skeleton, like, and then it's just this little thing, and it wants to like hang out with me. And I was
so
like, "What do I
curious.
do?" Because you're dead. If like I don't help you, you're dead.
So what'd you do?
I didn't do anything.
Played with it?
Yeah, I wish. Yeah, I should have brought it
Tell
home.
him to go away.
Yeah. So it died for
Could have
sure.
had a reindeer.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
So, you got something up your sleeve, bear related, don't you? Can we talk about that? I mean, you could just say you're going on a trip. It doesn't have to be
Going-
where it is and
yeah,
what are you doing
yeah.
and the exact coordinates. I mean, just saying you're.
For Huffman.
It's kind of a. It was kind of a. Wasn't on the docket after the permits came out type hunt, right?
No. Yeah. I just got a kind of a last minute invite to go do some exploring with some bows
Exploring
and
with bows. That's a
Are
really
you sitting or
good
walking?
explanation.
walking.
Nice.
Yep. So that'll be interesting. Gonna go out next week. I took off a shift, so I've got about 6 days, and we're gonna go give her hell.
Black bears? Oh, really? Ooh. Nice.
He said, ooh.
Yeah.
Well, what intrigued me on her hunt opportunity is that it's a full spot and stock on bears that are really hard to get. They're not the kind of just hang around a creek eating
Yeah,
fish. So to me, it's like,
Just gotta
man,
cut
that's a
him off.
really, for somebody to grab their bow and go hunting pretty much for the first time for big game, right? Like, I'm going for bears. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Well, at first
okay.
it was mule deer. Now
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
but I've gone to Billy's house a few times, and I would like to try and hit that 3D range on Wednesday this week.
Are you talking about
But
Billy's target from like 70 yards?
Not 70. I was shooting up to like 50, which was like
That's
as far as I've shot so far. But
Just
like
go to
out-
the regular Kincaid range. It
Yeah.
goes to 80.
Yeah.
It's nice. Super
So-
nice. You don't have to do the 3D.
Yeah.
Just the range is free.
Yep. That's really cool. I'd like to get out there. So doing as much as I can before
50's
we
pretty good,
hit the
dude.
road next week.
50, like,
It felt good, and I, got
Yeah.
some new broadheads, and just, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going for it.
What
Yeah.
are you comfortable like actually shooting a brown bear at in distance?
The further, the better.
Right. I mean,
For me.
yeah, I would think the same.
Somebody backing you up.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel good about 50, you know, like ideally I don't want to, I'd like to
50s.
not get as close as I don't have to get.
Yeah, you're going to be cutting them off, so it's going to be, you're just staying.
You know, and I don't know.
Because those bears
like,
move, you know. That's why I was talking.
And again, like, I got invited on this, so it's
Stay
like,
down.
I'm
Wait.
like fully, like, he's going to be shooting. I'm going to be backing him up, you know, and if for some crazy reason we get a second opportunity, then. But like,
which is great.
I'll back that ass up.
Yeah.
Well, that's a cool adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is really cool. She shared that with us this weekend, and I'm like, damn, man, that's... Well, I've always wanted to hunt a spring bear outside of brown bear, black bear, like coastal stuff. And I feel like
And
to do
not
that
on snow machines.
Well, actually, I take that back. I've done a interior-ish type deal, and I guess it was different because it was full spot and stock, and I guess where I was hunting, a guy or gal could have done bow, but it's just a whole nother animal as far as like patterning animals and trying to figure out how to hunt a bear from a stand. You can kind of pattern them from a spot where you're watching maybe a bear doing the same thing, but you know,
Yeah, I don't think they
alpine
really
or like
do the same
big
thing.
area type, you know, spot and stock on anything is tough, but I just feel like on a bear is like,
Yeah, you gotta like
Man.
just go spot them and pull the trigger right then, come up with a stock and figure out the best way.
oh, it's just like it's the challenge of the idea, the challenge of it is like, whoa.
It is.
Yeah.
Especially
I'm
we watched-
excited about that part.
Yeah, we watched what was interesting.
The open ground.
Oh, and maybe
that's
the
awesome,
full
man.
draw. I wonder if there was some bear videos that were submitted.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh,
Maybe they
I'm
just
sure there
don't
was.
go that route.
I've been going down a rabbit hole, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
since I
Oh,
got
sure.
invited.
Oh, no,
It's
there's
just
tons of
like-
videos. Oh, man. Yeah.
Next year's
Yeah.
going to be good.
Yeah, and it seems like,
Get an extra month of brown bear.
What do you mean?
They're extending the brown bear bait from June 1st to June 30th.
Really? For South Central? Wow. Yeah, I wish they would have had the brown
I think
bear.
the brown bear hunt
baiting.
extends, period, past June 10th also. Right? Or is the 31st?
I don't know. I just know about the baiting.
Yeah, I think the brown bear
'Cause
extends
baiting,
by a
you
month
can't- You
also.
have to stop on June 1st. Midnight
But I think it
June
also
1st,
extends the brown bear hunt period out.
Oh,
It made brown bear or black bear baiting scary as shit for bows when I was a kid, because we'd get brown bears coming in and you weren't allowed to kill that brown bear within whatever it was, a mile of your stand. So, you know, you had a brown bear come in, scare off all the black bears. It was hard to get the brown bear away, and then it would sit and circle your area.
clack, yell at you.
Yeah. So, and you're coming out in ferns that are taller than you. Scary as shit. And so,
Yeah.
I mean, I wish they would have allowed it back
Yeah.
when we were younger.
Yeah, and then now they started allowing it, and now they're extending it.
Yeah.
Which is, I'm stoked because the big brown bears that have come in have never come in May.
In your stand?
And there's a couple in there that
Yeah.
have come back year after year after year. They're
Really?
just like, nice bear.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed. So when does it close? Where
Next
Yes.
year it'll close in June 30th.
got it? Yeah. So
Instead of
that's
June
This whole month.
got it. Okay, so that's why we're going, because it's same where we're hunting and closes the 30th.
Right. Right. Extends that bear hunt out a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, that's different though, because this is just brown bear baiting season
Right.
closes.
Right.
You can still hunt brown bears.
Yeah.
Well, no, because that closes on the 15th.
Well, yeah, but it
But
closes
it'll
on the 1st for baiting.
Right.
But
But
so you could still be hunting brown
Yeah,
bears. You just can't do it off.
yeah,
the bait
next year I
station.
think they're going to extend the season in general. So bait and you can keep hunting.
Yeah, they would have
through
to.
June.
You can't just give baiters allowing the baiters to do it and then not allowing. They'd have to extend it all to 30th. I'm sure.
The whole bait station thing has been a cool experience.
Yeah,
I mean, it's, you know, for what I've been able to be part of, which has been a lot of just kind of walking out there and bringing bait and
that's
checking
a
it
lot
out.
of what
Did
it
you
is.
see some
But-
good activity after you went out there this last time to rebait?
I haven't seen it since, right?
Me and Billy went out there and sat after that, and
You did. And did you get the card stuff? Like,
Yeah,
figured
there was
out?
only one bear and had come in. A brown bear had come in at night. That was before I rebaited it, though.
Yep.
Ben, you just rebaited on our way to the Russian the other day.
Yeah, I haven't been out there since that.
Got it.
And I didn't pull cameras then. I just swapped the food and got out of there.
Got it.
In and out.
Yeah.
How was it as far as quantity? Did they eat a
There was
lot
a
of that?
lot in there. But Billy and
Okay.
I went, wait.
Well, that time when us three went, it looked like they had gotten through.
Billy and I went the following day. Yeah, Billy and I went out there the following day, and we didn't see anything. We sat for 4 hours.
Nothing.
We didn't get in there till like noon. So it was kind of middle of the day. And it was crickets. Like, even the squirrels weren't making noise.
Which is weird.
Which is really weird. So we didn't see shit.
What are you doing to cover your scent?
Nothing. I mean, we just have so much shit sprayed around that area. Like, and, you know, I don't know. You know, some people will say, like, you should tie your T-shirt there and leave it there so your scent's always there. There's different thoughts on that. Billy has a spray, like a scent cover thing. I don't really know.
Yeah. We didn't do shit growing up.
I mean, you're in a tree. It's like,
I don't.
It's either going to wind you or it isn't. You're in we're on like a hillside, so it's kind of like, it's going to swirl. Like, it's probably going to wind you. Hopefully you can just like let it calm down by it not seeing you. I've never had one see me.
Yeah.
I always feel like in that area too, the bear will probably wind you before he comes in, and he can make a decision.
Yeah, he'll probably
if he's
circle
cool
around
with the smell,
and come in a different angle. Yeah.
Man, the scent of the bait's worth the risk of whatever the other
brown
weird
bears
smell is.
Don't seem very scared.
No.
Black bears kind of seem twitchy even when they're in there. Like they're kind of, and granted,
because they're looking
the
for
only
the
ones
brown
I've
bears.
seen are pretty small, so
Yeah, they're bait.
they're not.
Or
But the
they're
brown
not bait, but
bears,
they're
they
prey.
came in kind of just like, yeah,
You've been in there when they've come in?
a mom and 3 cubs.
Oh, really?
She was standing under me for like 30 seconds, clacking her teeth. Like literally, I was filming her through through the floor.
Yeah. How high? How
She
high
never
are you?
saw me. I'm like 12 feet up, maybe 13 feet up.
Yeah. Did you build your own like platform, or are you?
No,
in?
it's a stand.
Oh yeah.
It's small.
Yeah. Those things scare the shit out of me.
It's a little
don't fall
sketchy up
asleep.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't fall asleep
fall
or
asleep.
lose any.
Yeah. Yep. You got to put your belt on, man.
Yeah, that's what the other
I haven't
stand
done
needs
the belt.
one.
I'm like, man, if I'm gonna fall and I fall asleep, let that bear. Let me have a chance on the ground. I'm not trying to be a pinata.
Just hang up
Just
there.
hanging there. Help.
Yeah, the one other seat in there, it's kind of like a different angle.
If I even feel myself getting
That
tired,
shit
I'm
looks sketchy. And I did that when we were sitting up there that day. I had a couple just like, okay, I'm gonna close my eyes for just a minute. And there was and I was holding the chair.
Yeah, you're aware.
I was like, man, the second that hand even slips, I was like, oh, yep, I'm up. But I didn't like that feeling. That part to me was a little bit
You gotta sit there for quite a while before you're ever comfortable.
get
to be
more.
honest.
Yeah.
Why not just build like a platform?
You could. There's actually one there that's above it. It's just so rotted. That's how
Yeah.
he found it. A buddy that kind of showed us the spot and turned it over to us because he left state. He found that just like hiking trails around there, and he ran into this. Like it was already built. There's a thing, but it's like literally straight down on the cans.
It seems a little too
And it's
close.
you would have to carry a bunch of wood in there and rebuild it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is probably, I mean, that's probably a better way to go. But
Yeah.
you're supposed to carry all that shit out, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it would be cool to be able to lay down for 20, 30 minutes and just
Or just sleep
get
up
a
there
battery.
at night.
Yeah.
Be
get
in
a full
there.
battery charge.
Just be in there and just sleep in a little platform.
R2 were platform style, like tree fort. You could have 3 people up there, super comfortable.
Roof, hidden, all that.
It didn't have a roof. There was hidden. I mean, it was like a tree fort you built for your kid, and we'd use
Yeah, that'd be
rope
perfect.
to attach it to the tree so it didn't damage the trees. And then we would use like kind of like the turkey camouflage versus like regular camouflage because the turkey has like the leaves and stuff around the edges. And it worked great. I mean, it does rot, but you're super comfortable. However, we did have young black bears multiple times figure out like, hey, there's something going on this tree and come up the exact route we used to get in the tree stand, and we'd have to hit them in the head with the arrow.
Oh, because they would get comfortable and
We'd
want to
throw
come
like
check you out.
cans and stuff like, hey, you need to get out of here, and like these young, they get bold.
Little adolescent bears.
Yeah. And so we had one would like kind of throw punches, so it was on his way up, so we called him Mike Tyson. I forget what we named the other one. But yeah, one time we threw a bear spray and not bear spray, it was mosquito spray down, and it hit him and it fell on the ground. Then he jumped to the ground and then he bit it. And it was a fucking circus act, dude.
That probably tasted so bad.
Cartwheeling more. It was hilarious. That bear came back the next day. Like he was a young,
he still
dumb
came
bear.
back with that taste in his mouth.
Yep. The only way we got
Just
him to go
straight
away
deep.
was an arrow slap to the nose. So and then we never saw him again.
Oh
after
yeah, I cut his nose a little bit just to make him remember it.
It may or may not have. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you think it would be harassment if you were like, say you had a brown bear come into your station and you don't want that brown bear there. If you had a like blunt tip on, you just hit it with an arrow to get it running out
I think
there.
it'd just piss him off.
Well, yeah, you're gonna piss them off, but I mean, could you get in trouble for that?
Yeah.
Is that considered like harassment of animals?
Right.
That's a good question.
Yeah, it is a good question.
We talked about that, and
It's
I thought
definitely
that
not
would be
gonna
a good
hurt
way
it.
to get
It's
him
not
out
gonna
of
hurt
there.
it. It's gonna let him know.
Yeah.
You want to come near
It's
him.
not gonna do anything to him.
Yeah.
Right.
Damage him.
Just gonna sting a little bit for a second.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, because that's like a deliberate act of.
Yeah, I don't know if I think you'd probably get in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it was fucking with you. I think if it was fucking with you, you'd be okay with that.
But then I feel like what would be the difference if you were protecting yourself in camp with rubber bullets and a bear came in and you smacked him in the side?
Well, I'm just shooting that fucker dead. I'm not even playing with them rubber bullets.
Yeah, I mean, who does
If
that
it's in
anyway?
camp,
Right?
Yeah, if it's in camp, that's no.
It's like, bro, nobody's
My
using rubber
territory.
bullets out here.
Yeah,
Right?
I'm not trying to make anyone upset.
And you're doing a favor for the other people that come later.
100%.
That bear's used to that.
No, if you got a nuisance bear like that, it's got to go.
Yeah.
They don't mess around at the cabins,
Oh, yeah. no.
Bear comes in once, they run it off. It comes back, it's dead.
Oh, yeah. That's the cabin rule. That's the
Yeah, when
that's
you
like,
got dogs and people and guests and
Little kids.
shit
little
around there,
kids.
like you can't mess around.
Yeah.
And bears get comfortable,
Yeah.
especially
Those
out
are the
there.
rules.
You're remote like that. That bear, because most of the time they see you, they're gone.
Yep.
oh, yeah. Never come
Ghosts
back.
gone.
They smell
That
it.
bear
You
doesn't
never
even look
see
back.
it.
They're just
Yep.
gone. Valleys.
Yep.
Yeah, but bear ever returns, that's most likely a problem.
Yeah.
Property style, anyway.
How long you been shooting out of the tree stands?
We did it last year. I didn't bait it at all. The year before was the first year we started baiting it.
Yeah.
So pretty new to it.
Yeah. It's so cool watching them come in, and we'd only hunt ours in the evenings, but to sit there and just like be quiet, even if you weren't like gonna actually shoot one, and watch the animals come in so close, it was awesome.
All the animals, dude. I've seen pine martens come in. The squirrels do crazy shit, chasing each other for like an hour.
Oh, yeah. They're
Going buck wild. There's
that one morning we were in there, it must have been
100
100 in there.
Yeah.
They're annoying.
I mean, it
100
was
squirrels?
it was wow. It was a
Dude, they're
full
just so-
community going on up in
Yeah.
there, and they were.
They found the stash.
One was dragging a like
Packaroon.
packaroon that was in the ball of like the size of a baseball, and that little squirrel was carrying it. So his little neck was like,
Yeah.
he was like carrying it and then hitting the ground and picking it up, and the other squirrels are chasing him. He's fighting them off like he got the
Jackpot.
jackpot exactly.
Yeah.
Dude, they're like flying, chasing each other up and down the tree.
I like it. I want to get into it for another year or two just to get my bearings down in the process and figure out if it's something I want to do long term.
Well, it has
But-
to. I think you got to make it like 3 run in a 3 year,
3 or 4 years.
at it, because you have to build that thing up to get the number of bears in there.
That's right.
There really is like a memory to that. I'm positive of.
Yep. And be the
Oh, sure.
earliest in the season. That's
Yeah,
what we
which
learned.
was
is,
hard
like,
this year because there was so much snow.
Oh man, it was like I feel like
There
we
was
got in there as early as you probably could.
Yeah, the cans were still buried.
Yeah, we dug them out.
To dig them out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 4 feet of snow.
There was no going any earlier than that.
Yeah. How many cross trails do you have coming in?
There's a few game trails.
Yeah, 4 or 5 for
Because
sure.
they end up
mains.
creating their own, right? Like new ones.
Yeah, there's a
from
lot
all
of lanes.
different
There's a lot of
directions,
lanes
right?
on the side of that hill. Like when I went after that black bear, it took me forever to find. I was just like, man, there is a lot of trails out here. Because I was like, okay, I'm just gonna follow this dude down this trail, and then that trail just like started branching. And I was having a lot of trouble finding. I only found 3 specks of blood. Period.
Yeah.
And I didn't find him on a blood trail. I found him by like going up the mountain, like 600 feet of elevation gain, and then gridding down.
Yeah.
That was the only way I found him.
How far away was he from the stand?
Probably 700 yards.
Oh shit. That's a long ways. Yeah. Damn.
It's
Way to put in the
crazy
work.
you even found it, dude.
I got him back pretty far. I was worried about this tree branch that I couldn't get to get out of the way, and I just like subconsciously just moved over just a little left, and I got him back further than I wanted. I maybe nicked the liver, so I didn't get like lungs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crushing.
Yeah. That sounds like that Full Draw Film Festival guy where he's like, oh, you know, I was worried about the ribs, so I just kind of went further back.
Was that the 28-day?
No, it was the mule deer guy in the mountains.
Oh, when he kind of like hit his leg. Is he the one that kind of hit his leg?
Yeah.
You know,
he's shooting down off that rock.
Yeah, he missed
He was
it.
like 8 yards or something. But he was talking about just like shooting at that weird angle at like a bedded animal. And he kind of like subconsciously moved back just like an inch, and that matters so much. And you don't really like realize like the angle you're at. And
I'm kind of
Bear's hard to pick the
intimidated
spot, too.
by
Black bear, it's hard to like kind of go middle of the middle.
I'm intimidated by shooting like a black bear or a bear in general with the bow. Not because of the kill, just it's hard to, you know, if a moose is standing broadside, you kind of see his shoulder and his line, and you can kind of know
It's not
where the
black.
vitals are. In a bear, that, you know, a certain like quartered in or quartered out. If he's not
Well,
broadside,
grizzly
I
bear,
mean,
you're easy. Black bear's hard.
yeah, probably the hardest because of the little ball.
Well, there's no line.
There's no definition in it.
No,
It's
there's
just
no
a
line
ball
on
of
it. It's just
fluff.
black.
Yep. Go too far forward. You have what happened to me as a kid. I was like 13. I hit the scapula. Just the back popped out. Just low.
And got away?
Oh, it popped right off. Yeah. Like you just watched it hit. And my dad was like, yep, a little further back.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I just feel like I feel like I'm more prepared. I need to prepare more to make a good shot, and then be prepared that the shot might not always be exactly where I want it, and you might be doing a long search and recovery. And I think that's just what I'm going to prepare myself for, the reality of it, so that, you know, I guess the focus will be to make good shots and practice and repetitions. And
Well, archery
But-
is just like
I'm not going to do it until I'm ready. I can tell you that.
I mean,
I've
it's
made
like
that decision.
tenfold the amount of practice you need to make good shots compared to a rifle.
At least.
Like 10 times the amount of practice.
Well, and I
At
think
at
about
a minimum.
the guys that do like insane amount of reps, and you're kind of right there in that area. Jack, you've been shooting bow a long time. I mean, you guys shoot a lot.
I mean,
And the guy, the
not
bow
enough.
guy shoots a lot. And then how often you watch him make a bad shot, and how often it can happen after you've shot 1,000,000 times and you still hit something too forward, back, low, how it happens to him.
yeah, but those guys that take those millions of reps, they don't really get bad shots. It's very rare. Like, you ain't seeing John Dudley making bad shots. Cam Haynes, like those guys.
They had the million shots, and they have had a ton of experiences.
Yeah.
You know, on an animal, and those guys are steady.
Well, and I'm sure they've had a lot of snafus
they
too.
just
Like,
have
let's not get it
reps.
twisted.
Totally.
They
Oh, in the beginning, for
That's
sure.
what I mean by that.
When they
Like-
weren't practicing
or just when you realize like what it takes, when you should make a shot, when you should not make a shot, like all the different things that go into a decision.
Even getting in like bow range, right?
Yeah.
Your
That's
heart's
like-
like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, that's what bow hunters say, right? Like, when a rifle hunter is like taking like in range for their shot, that's when bow hunting starts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Like 200, 100 yards. Now you're bow hunting, trying to close that gap.
yeah,
Got it.
win in their sensory zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just shooting in the backyard, which I do a lot, in this 22-yard shot, I tell myself all the time, like, this is where I think the goal will be every time. Whatever the animal is, black bear, deer, moose, I'm gonna always think in my mind, I'm gonna try to get this close, because a moose is gonna be like a 4x8 sheet of plywood, huge.
It's guaranteed.
Blacktail's gonna be quite smaller, but still like big game animal, 20 yards away, still looks big and close.
That should be all day.
Bear for sure, the whole thing. Like, I feel like that's going to be just, okay, this
definitely putting it where you want to.
Yeah, like, I feel like this is where I'm going to wait until I do it. Of course, I say that now until you're like 31 yards.
Yeah.
Perfect shot. Like, fuck.
Yeah, and you can't get that
Raise it
extra.
a pin.
You can't get that extra.
No, there's going to be those times for sure where you just cannot get in, unless you have 27 days.
Yeah. Well, you get to a point when you're shooting a lot that 40 yards is pretty normal.
Yeah, right. And I'm sure that kind of turns into your new 20 when you get more repetitions and comfort level.
40 is probably the number that most people would say.
That's the test, right? It's 40.
Yeah.
For like base?
Yeah, for the base.
Oh.
Well, and I
Or
felt like
for your bow certificate.
Fish and game?
Yeah.
One?
I think it's like
Man,
10
I
or
didn't
something.
shoot
It's like
past
super
16
close.
yards in that.
What?
Test. I was worried that the yardages were so short that I wasn't, my sight was going to be off. I only had 20.
Oh, man.
I
They
was
must
worried
have changed
'cause I
it.
hadn't really shot a bow like shorter than 20
Yeah.
ever. And he was like, first one was like 6 yards. I was like, do I aim?
Can I throw it?
Do I aim low?
Just
Like, what do I do
just,
here?
Just close your eyes and
It
hope
was
for the
crazy.
best.
Yeah. It used to be like 15, 30, 40.
This was like numerous
I know it
targets.
changed a lot,
They're
Jack.
3D targets.
Huh.
No, I think they made it a lot. Like, you
Yeah, it
cannot
was-
not
It should
pass.
It was like
It should
about
be what
this
you're
at
saying.
3 arrows in a row at 40 was the final, and it was about that. Like, what is that? 6
wow.
That's what it should be.
That'd be tough.
I
And
would
you
agree
had
with
to
that.
hit it, and that's
A lot
what,
less people would
that's how
probably
you
get
got
their
your bow
certs.
cert.
And how long ago did you get yours?
I mean, this is like 16 years old, so I'm 42.
Yeah, so
Back in the
I
day.
just went a
Are
few
you getting your
years
cert, or
ago.
did you already do it?
I'm done.
And was it easy?
Well, yeah, so that's kind of what we were talking about too. But I did my online course. It was like through the Idaho.
Sure, yeah.
And then you
Oh,
like
so you
show
didn't have
up
to
for like a
actually do the
Sunday
cert.
or something.
Well, yeah, and that's where it was like I called a guy from Fish and Game whose number was on the deal, and he said because this was the online portion that I did, I was exempt from a field day. Didn't have to.
Right.
Whoa.
Because the Idaho
doesn't have a field.
doesn't have a field day.
So, and I don't know if
And
my
it's- and
online
it-
portion was a little bit more maybe in depth.
Yeah,
than
yeah, yeah.
Some of the
But
other
no,
ones,
The
'cause
one
it
here is
took a
pretty
while.
in depth.
Yeah,
The
they
one
had
here is like you can either do the online thing, which is like you can watch all these videos, or you can go to the class, and the class is like 4 hours.
Oh, for
And
sure.
I think if you don't fast forward the videos, you're online for like 4 hours.
Or
Like,
more.
yeah,
it's
and
pretty
it
in
doesn't
depth.
let you.
and then they still do like.
Oh, you
the
have to
whole-
actually walk. You have to do the full 4-hour
like
course.
The videos are like timed, so it's like after a certain amount of time, then you can click next.
Or
So
skip.
like you still
Oh,
have
and
to
the
do
Idaho
a,
one?
and
I
you
think
still
you
have
can
to do
fast forward
you still have to do a test at the end of each like section, and you know like you
Yeah.
got to pass it with like an 80. each
But then
one.
you don't need to do like the blood trial field and then the actual shoot,
correct.
and you can still apply for permits on like the base and stuff with that cert.
Well, the base has their own cert after yours too, though. You have to go out there and shoot. They make you shoot broadheads. They have a range, and it's a like number, and it could be like 25, 30 yards.
Yeah, okay.
And they make you shoot one broadhead, and you have to be in the whatever on the first shot, I think, on that one.
Yeah,
but
the
it's
kill zone.
separate. Like you have to. There's like your card doesn't just work on base.
Okay.
Like base has like above and beyond that.
Right.
I think her cert is good 50 state. with
Oh
that.
wow! So you could go
Pretty
to
sure
like
legit.
Washington.
And I wish
Well, I think
could
Alaska's
remember.
is too. Like they all have what do you call it?
Yeah.
Reppers.
Well, it's like a hunter certification. If you take the Alaska hunter certification, it works in Long
Yeah.
Island, Hawaii,
Yeah,
wherever
yeah.
you're hunting.
Yeah, it's like your
Driver's
concealed
license.
carry.
Oh. Oh, you can bring that to other states with concealed carry.
If they have, man, I'm like fumbling the word, but it's like I forget what it's called, but yeah, it's transferable if that state agrees that what your requirements are similar to theirs.
Yeah,
so like
yeah.
The Alaska is with like, I don't know, 31 other states or something like that.
Yeah, no, that's cool that you did it.
Yeah.
Glad to hear that because that's what my intention was going to be.
Yeah, it should be.
I mean, I wanted to go do the state thing and go through the rigmarole, and then I heard about the course and was like, oh, okay. Well, I mean.
The shooting portion is, I don't know how you can fail it.
Yeah. That's by design.
I mean,
It sounds like it.
Literally, I'm pretty positive the farthest target was 16 yards.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like right next to you.
Because I think maybe it's
close.
because like maybe some guys came in with like trad bows and were like, hey man, like
Yeah.
you're gonna have different standards for us, and so they
Yeah.
had to probably go to one standard.
Yep.
And trad bow guys are not gonna shoot past that really.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's a
there's
good
definitely
point.
dudes that
25
can,
maybe.
but those
Yeah.
guys like that's not their intention. 20 yards is like
Yeah.
40 for
Yeah.
trad bow guys.
Oh,
A lot of them.
100%.
That's the furthest? 40? I
That
thought
they-
it was like 20, 15, 20 on the trad.
No,
20,
20
25.
is the 40 for
Okay,
trad
got
bow
it.
guys.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like when a compound guy's like, yeah, I try to stay at 40.
Yeah.
I don't go over 40. Trad bow guys are like, I don't go over 20.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's dudes that can definitely shoot further than that,
Yep. But not every time.
like very accurately. I mean, you watch that Aaron Snyder goat hunt, he cracks that goat like, I don't know, 35, 40 yards
Oh, really?
from above it. Pinwheels it.
Really? Where do we watch that at?
I'm sure it's on YouTube.
Okay. I'm gonna have to check that out. That sounds awesome. Yeah, Jake shoots a trad bow and we're like looking for 20 yards.
Yeah.
He's 25 if he's feeling great and everything looks good. 15 if it doesn't.
Yeah, and depending on the animal, I'm sure too.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah, because you tried to do that brown bear.
Not with a trad bow.
Oh, that was he went right, or he went compound?
Yeah, he brought a compound boat on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he got the like 50, 60 on it,
I don't think
but it was
that
bedded or
close.
something like that, or
It
no, it was 80 or
was-
something like that.
Yeah, maybe 80.
It was within 100. I know you got close.
Yeah, I mean, he had to cross that wide open. It was like on one kind of like pinnacle, and then he was on like a ridge, and it had to dip down to this like little marshy area to get to it, and it was like wide in the open, and he didn't get close.
Remember the bear like didn't sniff him out, but it sensed him out.
It heard them in
Yeah,
the
like-
mud because we were going through that
Oh, that-
mud, and there's 3 of them.
Yep.
So yeah, he talked about it on the Frank the Tank. He talked about it on the
Frank the
Tank
Tank.
podcast. That's a good one for anyone that wants to hear a few cool bear stock stories.
That
Both.
was in Kodiak.
Yeah, I was in Kodiak.
Nice.
Yeah,
Man, he could have smacked him with a rifle for sure, but he don't do it like that.
no, he's not a rifle hunter.
You don't do it like that.
No, man, I respect that too, man. Like he's just certified that way. He doesn't. It's pretty stiff standard. Just bow and arrow.
Yeah,
like
I mean, and on that, like
discipline, man.
on that, it's like, okay, well, it's not like your kids are starving. You need moose meat, you know. Like he's
Yeah.
out there for like a trophy bear once in his life. He's only gonna shoot one brown bear in his life. He's like, this is it, or I'll do it another
Yeah,
time.
right.
Like he's not gonna fold on his, principles.
Yeah.
And yeah, totally respectable. And yeah, I think he learned a lot on it, which is great. And yeah, so I think next time he'll maybe have a different. I actually think that if he was solo, he probably would have got a bear. Jake is an extremely good hunter, and he was with people that are awesome and they're getting better at hunting, but newer to hunting. But Jake is self as fuck, and I think maybe not that bear, but there's a couple other stocks on that hunt that if he was solo, I think he would have got him. But he's also not an idiot. And
Yeah.
he's not going to go shoot a 10-foot Kodiak brown bear with a bow solo. So
Yeah, like you have to have some help.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you should.
Well, and then communicating
Live
in
for
that
another
process and the whole thing, it's like kind of has to really, a lot of things have to come together the right way.
yeah. I mean, you want to be with someone that instinctually they know what to do next, right? Because you don't know what the fun part about hunting is. Like people are like, oh, I like hiking and being out in the wilderness and doing all this stuff. Well, you know where we're going next. Like one of the best parts about hunting is like you don't know what you're doing in 5 seconds from now, and you're gonna walk through some shit that you would never have walked through,
Yeah.
and you get that opportunity.
Are you going out with him this fall? Did you make the commitment doing his sheep hunt?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Is that part of your plans?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna segue into hunt plans here, team.
Otherwise, he's going solo. So yeah, I'm gonna go.
You can't let him do that.
Well, he's been such a great hunting partner to me, and I love going sheep hunting, and I don't mind just hiking around in the mountains. So yeah, we're gonna have fun.
It'll be fun to return the favor and kind of be the support and the.
Usually, it ends up where I start out being the support, and then I end up killing it. So,
I see.
It just like shit didn't work out right for like a trad bow.
Yeah.
We lost opportunity.
Yeah. Are you going to like bag it all together or are we going to take it? Yeah.
Like the deer stands up and wins us at 200 yards. So it's like, okay, well, I'll shoot it, I guess. Or I draw the permit or whatever happens. But yeah. So yeah, we'll go on the sheep hunt together.
So he's going trad bow on that?
Yes. Yep.
You guys know what mountain range yet?
We have 3 regions that we haven't decided. We're going to switch from last year, So yeah, he has a cub, so we're going to go remote.
Yeah.
That's way cool, man.
The spot I want to go to, I think would be a lot better in 5 years. So, but we probably aren't going to go to that, spot, but that's where I would like to I have some childhood
5 years from now.
Yeah, I have some childhood memories from that area, so we'll see. We're gonna fly a bunch and then look at weather and have a couple opportunities. So
you guys are gonna do it. That's good. That's a good way to do it.
Yeah, and then it's like a 10-day window.
Yeah.
So like if the spot we
whatever's the best opportunity you're gonna go with.
And there's like a safety factor for me because with the kids, like I don't like. I've had the reason I don't fly is because I had family friends like as a young age that I was close with that they lost uncles and to like just some like crazy fog that came out of nowhere.
Yep.
And so weather's super important.
Yeah, fair weather on that.
Yeah, like if it looks bad in one spot, but we feel good about getting in and out of another kind of thing.
No,
that's a fair way to approach it.
That's a good way. Solid plan.
Versus forcing it.
And Jake wants a little kid someday, so or at least one,
Yep.
So.
I mean, T. So you got the bear hunt, and then we talked about this over the weekend. You're like, "What's your sheep plans?" I'm like, "I don't really have anything locked in." You're like, "Is that what happens? One year you make a plan, the next year you just wing it." And I'm like, "I don't know, man. Sometimes it's hard to. It's really like a partner commitment. Number one, at least a person.
Yeah.
And then that's tough." Unless you just got like this diehard 2 people that go or 3 people that do their thing. But you were talking about maybe flying out or doing something, right?
I don't have anything set. I think about doing something solo would be kind of cool and ambitious. Whether that was walk in, and then I called a coworker that just kind of took over his girlfriend's family's outfit, and he got his transporter license. So I just texted him last week and asked about like a drop and pick up like after he gets all his other hunters out, and he's like, "Love to help you. Just let me know when you get your plans firmed up." So yeah, some options out there, nothing solidified, and I feel like kind of the same thing happened last year. It's like, yeah, I'm going sheep hunting. I've got like 3 weeks off. I just don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So
doesn't that feel like loose? Like I feel like I want to have something planned from February.
I think if you have like an airplane option, no. I think if you're a road person, you better get on your shit.
Yeah.
Like know where you're going. Yep. Scout it out.
Yeah.
Okay. Good point.
But it's like I have other things that are like locked in. So, I mean, I guess that kind of makes a difference where it's like I've got 2 other things that I know for sure are going to happen. I know we talked about the goat stuff. But I've got elk, I've got blacktail. So it's like those are locked in on the calendar.
Yeah, so you have Kodiak, you have
Kodiak for like all of October.
The whole that's going to be just
practically.
Just kind of stay down there almost.
I'll probably come back after the elk thing, regroup, repack, to go back.
But that'll be dedicated to elk and deer, or vice versa.
Elk first,
deer. Yeah, right.
And then who knows? I put in for some Arizona stuff. Also that we talked about.
Oh, is that like late fall, early winter?
That were the bighorn, and yeah, I mean, who knows? And those, like we talked about how those tags work out. It's like we'll find out. We'll find out here in a few weeks. But
yeah,
we still do have those over the counter
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think all three
And
of us
Chad,
have
your
those.
your sheep thing's kind of like loose too, right? Like you normally have your.
I don't mind it being loose.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all kind of that way. It's just interesting to have this conversation around the table to
I'm
talk
just
about
gonna
something
I'm
that
just gonna take
you
Jamie
normally
out.
plan
That's
your
pretty
whole
much-
life around, and then we're just
Well,
kind
I
of like,
said I would
well,
go
we
with
might
you
go
guys,
this
but-
time. Yeah,
I'll basically just take Jamie out.
which
and
that
see if
is
we can
still
make it
just
happen.
like a wishy-washy. Like, well, if the weather's good, we might do this.
I'm gonna make Jamie go.
But you're going with Billy too, right?
Yeah,
But that's later.
that's
But yeah,
October.
That'll be cool.
Yeah. He got lucky.
He did.
Oh, his sheep is
Fuck, man, I've been trying for like 6
his
years.
sheep's that late.
October.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why you
right.
get. That's why you get the whole Chugiak
Yeah.
Wow,
instead of just.
it's time to go into full scout mode on that.
I feel like I've been scouting for it.
It's his sheep, man.
Yeah, I know. He's got to like, hey man, we're going for a hike.
Do you
Call
get
some
the
people.
full Chugach though? Do you get like
Everything but one specific little zone.
yeah
Grand
on this
Valley or something.
but you get the
You get all the way to Bird.
oh really? Well, but you don't have to do anything.
It's like a couple things that are isolated, and it's any ram.
Yeah, there's no more scouting. Like it's over.
Is it any ram tag?
Yeah.
Really?
Dude, it's
For
like
for a boner.
I didn't
like
realize that.
it's like a 2% success rate.
I didn't
Wow.
realize that it had the whole area. I thought
the
that
late one does. The beginning is just including
Yeah,
the lake
yeah.
drainage thing.
I thought that one tag that anyway, we can talk about it off show, but yeah.
Dude, it's
yeah, that's crazy.
No, I looked at it and was like, what? Because he was like,
He was
hey,
also,
I think I want to.
what?
He's like,
Yeah,
I think
like,
I got a
do
sheep
you-
hunt, but I don't really know what it is. And I was
Yeah.
like, well, what's the? Like, I don't know what you applied for, so send
Yeah.
me the number. And I looked it up, and I was like,
Holy
oh, cool. So you fucking accidentally drew this? Like,
He was like on an
you don't
airplane.
even
Like,
know what
had
you
no
got?
idea.
I'm like, you got like, I don't know, the most prestigious tag you can get.
He's like, oh,
That's not a
boy.
rifle.
Sounds neat.
Because that is literally the most prestigious
Yeah,
tag,
no, that's
period.
awesome.
After the hunting season too, when everybody else is like packing it in or going to Kodiak.
Snow's starting to push him down.
Yeah, you're getting pushed down.
Well,
Get
dude, I
above
told
them
him I
easy.
seen a super nice, like heavy double broom just sitting across the valley in Ship Creek. Just sitting right there when I was hunting moose. I was like, oh, that's a really nice ram. Yeah, right there.
Damn, lucky. It's a once in a lifetime chance.
But the weather can go to shit real fast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, your
Yep.
windows could be like 4 or 5
The
days
snow
of the
could
whole
come
month if
in.
you're lucky to
Yeah.
even hunt it.
What is it like October 1st through the 15th or something?
I think it's through the 10th.
10th. Okay, so it's
First
Oh,
a
you
10
just
day.
I
you
believe.
just don't
Yeah.
even work or do anything. You don't commit to anything in life.
Well, you just be like, hey, I'm going to be gone if, yeah,
It's archery
Oh,
though,
man.
man. That's hard.
yeah. Archery is hard.
Hence the 2%.
But you can do it if you just take your time, man.
Yeah,
With
I
what
know.
time you
I've
have.
been there. I've been in the range.
yeah.
Just haven't
Oh,
got
man.
it done. Just haven't got it done.
Yeah, Jack, you're gonna do moose camp this year.
Yeah, we'll do moose camp.
Yeah.
We'll see how things go with the summer, but I would love to go up on go in the Brooks Range with you guys. So do those things, and then we're gonna do a Kodiak.
Is that kind of still on your radar? Maybe the
yeah, we'll just
archery?
have to see how things go
the
with
dates and stuff.
with family and everything. Yeah, I mean if it fits.
I mean, the
in.
dates are set, but it's
I'm super
Kinda see where it's
excited
at.
for that.
Yeah.
me too. Yeah, yeah,
wanna do that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know Emmy's interested too.
Yeah, no, I was actually most excited for that, but also, you gotta be there for your boy. On the
Yeah,
other
that's tough to kind of.
thing. Yeah. And then
You can't let him go by himself. So
yeah, and then we'll do some deer hunting in the Sound, and we'll go down to Kodiak in the fall, and I think that's it.
And
Yeah,
those few surprise ones here and there that pop up, right?
Yeah.
Like those are
Yeah.
always fun. Like
There's
the
a
day
couple
trip
of
type things?
registration goats we're looking at. We'll see
Very
if
cool.
like the time works out.
Arizona mule deer.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Give me the call. Let me know we're going, and I'll
Yep.
book some tickets. I got the tag.
That'd be a great thing to go
Yeah,
do in
with
December.
December.
We just have to see how their regs play out.
yeah, I'm pumped for the archery
Their
caribou.
regs split a lot. Yeah, the caribou's
The
gonna
trip.
be awesome. It's gonna be cool.
I mean, we've just been doing so much research, and you hear this, that, and the other about that time frame, and it's like you just don't know until you go.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like,
That's part of the fun of it.
yeah, I mean, it could be miserable, and that's cool too.
Yeah.
Been there, done that. where it
Are you
ends up still being fun.
Thinking August 1st range.
Yeah, that's just the window.
That'll be awesome.
I feel like
Awesome
it will.
timeframe.
I feel like it will. Yeah. I feel like the trend of this summer and the temperature and stuff, I think it's going to be pretty mild. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be crazy hot. I feel like it's going to be like cool. I guess I'm just putting this perfect scenario in my head of like, oh, it's going to be cool, a little breezy, no bugs.
Lots of animals.
Yeah,
There'll be
everywhere.
tons of bugs. Yeah. Yeah. I really like the idea of that trip, like end of September. Like when it's getting cold, all that caribou, if you hit them right, like they're all moving south, you know? Mm-hmm. And that's a popular time that you read about. And it's just like, I think that I have that affinity for that time because I worked on the slope for so long, and I know how shitty it can be with the bugs. Like where the herd, you get 1,000 caribou walking by you, and it's like, oh, what's that fog above them? And it's just all bugs. It's literally like black.
Yeah.
Those poor things, dude.
But that's part of going outside in Alaska in the summertime.
Well, we were talking about this earlier, right? It's like the hatch, like the timing. Like just depending on the weather and rain and just
the bug. I'm sure the bugs are going to be horrible, but
fully prepared for it.
It fits in to not like disrupt like your other main hunts.
I'm gonna bring a gallon Ziploc bag full of Thermacell pouches and fuel. Usually I just have a pint bag for my little Thermacell, but I'm gonna bring all 4 of my Thermacells with a gallon Ziploc bag prepared.
Yeah.
So we're talking about sleeping in the back of the truck. And we might.
You should get that Kickstarter thing.
Yeah, what? Explain that again. What is that?
I'll bring it by.
Oh, okay.
I'll
I want to see it in person.
What does it run on?
Yeah,
a battery.
Just a regular like D cell or something.
It's you can just charge it on like any like iPhone
it's
charger.
rechargeable.
Yeah. Yeah, it's electric. So you just have to charge it. I think it works for like 8 hours, but it's pretty insane. Like it's kind of like that mosquito magnet thing where it tracks all the mosquitoes in your area and just kills them all real quick. So I got one. You can borrow it for the weekend or whatever.
I mean, just see how it works.
Yeah, they're little. They're really light.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Text me.
Bring some this weekend for sure.
Name is.
Yeah. Well, we're approaching 3 hours here, and how time flies. Anything to add? This is the Alaska Wild Project. Oh, we didn't. Did we talk? We talked about it a little bit.
You said the caribou, and then
this is about your guys' hunt. See
what else?
My hunts are top secret.
Oh, okay.
No, they're not at all. The caribou's big deal. Want to do the sound goat hunt? That's something I got super. What on for that?
Yeah.
And the first year ever, I'm not going to really have. I don't have moose plans. I was talking about going with Chad. But I got to just see where everything pans out with because the moose would be like right after, or the goat would be like right after moose. So it's kind of hard to. Yeah. I got to see how that works out.
That's what ruins my Prince William sound go every year.
Well, I was super pumped about going with Chad, and I was like fully committed, and I'm not committed. I still want to go because I want to go experience that hunt. But I'm also like, God damn it, this window is like tight.
Yeah.
And then weather too. It's like if there is weather, then you have to go.
Oh yeah. The sound in September.
Yeah, man, it's so hard, dude. So
that's the problem with the goats and sound like that is that you can't really plan a day.
Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna have a window of time, and then
probably can fall through. And so
that's what I'm gonna
just
do.
Fit those in when you can fit them in.
Yeah.
You're like, I got a 3-day window. We're going.
That's kind of what I was hoping is maybe I could go do the moose for like 7 to 8 days ish. And then we come out and then have like a week and then go do that in a perfect world.
Yeah.
But we'll see. It always, for every reason, every year, it looks good on the calendar and then on the notes. And then the time comes and then school starts, hockey practice, basketball practice, all the logistics, all that stuff. And I'm like, damn, then I got to bail on the moms and be like, you got to deal with all of it.
Every September.
About 2 weeks in, they're like, I'm tired of this already.
Every September.
That's right.
Man.
So, are you hunting rut for the moose or?
No, it's like I do it up out of the toke, so it's just like a short window. It's only the 8th through the 18th.
Okay,
that's a cool little time.
Season, so
yeah,
I'll go in like early.
Yep,
and we'll just stay there. But yeah, they come in. I walk them right to camp.
Sweet.
Yeah,
that's where it's.
I mean, if there's like something big that's just like holding up, we'll definitely go after it.
Yeah,
like I can access a lot of terrain with short walks, and then like even if I went 2 miles across the valley, like, and we got something down, like I can go back, I can get
And
the
you
razor
get the wheel there to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
or at least get it close enough that it's not much. But I mean, last time we were in there, shot everything from camp.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I was holding out hope to go to Fogneck with somebody, but I think she's got a lot of important things going on over there, so I have to just
always a chance.
I have to just get
Still
the,
a chance.
the Cabela's dry bag and just haul me over.
We'll talk to John.
Yeah. I mean, that's just one of those things where it's
No, I'd love for you
it's
to
only
come.
get so many fucking days off, man.
Yeah.
So hard.
Days away from kids is tough, man. Like
It's getting harder.
That's
It's
what it
getting
is for
so
me.
much harder, dude.
Like, it's like, do I really want to spend like 4 weeks away from the kids, or is there stuff that I love to do that I can take them on and then only make that 2 weeks worth of stuff?
Yeah.
And that's like a thing that I constantly am struggling with.
Well, and the way I've got my plans this year, everything's in like 3 to 5 day pockets. So they're going to be just kind of quick, like ram and jam type hunts. And I feel like that's more manageable
Yeah.
for at least this year's structure of things.
You guys are going to the Brooks Range for 5 days?
That's going to be like a 6 to 7 total. Like a Monday to a Sunday, Monday to a Monday.
It was longer, but then we have like an obligation, so
Oh.
Yeah. It was going to be by a day or two.
we're gonna try and leave earlier, but we can't. No, we gotta leave on. 'Cause we have
I mean, I'm
something
down to
else
do a Monday to a Monday, make it 7 days. That would be like leave, get back
Because
home.
isn't it like a day and a half up?
I'm a firm believer that we can get to where we need to in a day.
Oh, okay.
Long,
Just tag team.
long day, and then be hunting the next day. So day 2, you could be hunting.
Yeah.
I mean,
the 31st.
yeah. So you could push hard.
Yeah.
Something's dying on the 1st.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah.
Maybe late in the evening, but it's going down.
Yeah. Well, if the animals are moving through there.
Yeah, I mean, and then it's going to be like a learning experience. So it's not like, where exactly I'm going to hunt this spot. You're just
Yeah.
going up there and be like, oh, okay, well, we're here.
Do some
I think,
recon and check
think
it
this
out.
is the area we want to be. And I was going to make some calls. I mean, I got a few people that do
We
it.
gotta
and-
see him. Just gotta see him.
That's right.
yeah, exactly.
We'll go. If we gotta
Cool.
go far in, we'll go far in.
Gotta
That's
go
right.
to know.
Well, this was Team Pod. We had this on the notes. 123. We never did announce Welcome to Alaska Wild Project show 123,
Oh.
but it was 123. Had the team on. We even got the mayor on. Daniel had to bail for an emergency. Go get the hot dog cart, a new tire at Home
hasn't
Depot.
called
Which
anyone, so it must
yeah, that's a
have
good
fit.
sign if he's
Yeah.
not reaching out for help. I mean, he's at least got to the scene.
Yeah.
So a little curveball and audible move, but I feel like we did a good job.
Good job.
Nice to get everybody together, and then we're all here in a day that we can. You're not on a shift. You're not out playing. Jack's not canning. I'm not melting down. Like, it's a good day.
Crushed
Rare.
it. We made
Rare.
it work. Made
Yeah,
it
man.
work. Good job, everyone.
Yeah, for sure. And hey, happy belated Father's Day to those guys out there. It's going to be a few weeks out, but this was out after Father's Day, so
Yep.
big day. It was actually kind of ironic seeing that videos on Friday and then it being Father's Day that
Yeah.
weekend. It was kind of neat how that went down.
Yeah. My
Thought
kids
about that
really
yesterday.
enjoyed that part of it.
They looked like they were having a good time. Like it was a great family setting.
Oh,
man.
it was, man.
For sure.
I was like, is this what you want? Because we were up till like at midnight the night before because it was
Oh.
their birthday.
Oh,
So
that's
it's like
right.
They gave away
birthday.
a bow to a kid too.
And their buddy, so the family so I wasn't going to be able to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it was like I had the one ticket and then, there's 3 of us,
Yeah.
4 of us.
Whole crew.
And then Lucas called me and was like, hey, I just bought 8 tickets to this. You want 4 of them and come with so we went family and family.
Oh, that was out of the
And
group. Yeah.
Lucas's boy Benjamin won the bow.
Perfect.
So it was
Oh,
super
really?
cool. Yeah.
Was that the crew that was up in the corner there that won like everything?
No, we were just
No,
below
the kids.
them.
We walked out and they were doing the kids drawing.
Oh.
Like just the kids were the
Oh,
only ones in it.
neat.
When we went to
Oh.
the first intermission, they did that.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we were kind of equal with you just on that side.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where so yeah, it was the first drawing and Benjamin won it. It was awesome.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's super.
Yeah, that was kind of a cool
Yeah.
experience.
That's a nice bow.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a cool
It was
little
a Hoyt, right?
Yeah.
Both
Cool,
the bows.
cool little Hoyt
Yeah, Hoyt's
compound.
making that kid's bow now.
Yeah.
That's like nice.
It's pretty sweet.
It's like high quality.
Yeah.
What does that pull?
I don't even know.
25, 30
Very
pounds?
exotic.
Oh, enough to kill something probably.
It's legal. So I
Okay,
think
so
it's
50
over-
pounds?
No,
Or
I'd say like 15 or something, maybe.
No, it'll adjust down, but you can adjust it up where it is legal speed.
Okay.
Just all mini.
Which I think is 40 pounds.
Oh, really?
Okay.
50 for bear, elk.
Okay.
For dangerous
Big
game
game.
or whatever they call it.
It's 50 pounds, and I think there's a grain minimum on your arrow too. I think like 300 grains minimum.
Oh, is that how
on
that
an
works?
arrow.
Yeah.
Which pretty much any arrow is going to be over 300.
Yeah, I'm ready to start over next year. We'll just go in full reset on all of it next year. I'm going to need your help.
Just
Doing
go
full
down.
reset.
Just go out there, or go to Dave, and
Wow.
just have them set you up. Just shoot a bunch of bows till you
That's
find
right.
what you like.
That's what I need to do.
Tell them
What
not.
I did.
Tell them
Yeah.
not to tell you what brand it is. Just be like,
Oh, yeah,
hand
that's
me
none
the
of that
bow.
shit.
Let me pick it
Yeah.
up. Because there's
So
this
I'm just
weird
fighting the one that I
bias
have.
you hit.
Yeah, no, I'm not. And I'm so unbiased and not
Yeah.
knowledgeable on any of it that I'm the perfect.
I'm not brand.
I'm a perfect
anything.
clean
Yeah.
slate of zero bias when it comes to any of it.
They all
Any,
just pull
any
so
gear,
different.
dude. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, what works for me.
It feels like natural.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm not Chevy only bow tie, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, I am that.
Yeah. I was
No, I am
Tundra, and
for
then I
sure.
saw how ugly these new ones are. Whew. They're bad looking.
They'll grow on you, man.
No.
Give it some time.
No. That is, I'm skipping a generation.
Oh, that's it?
300,000 miles on mine. No way.
You're better off anyway.
You can do that.
You're better off
Toyota,
anyway.
no
It's the
problem.
right truck for it.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm
guys.
in the
Well,
same boat.
thanks for coming out. It was a nice little recording. We're finally kicking off the summer, I guess. Summer solstice is around the corner, so
First 2 days of summer,
yeah,
finally.
all right. We're all wearing shorts and flip flops. Just keep it up. Visit AlaskaWildProject.com. Check out our Patreon, YouTube, Instagram, all our social media outlets. Give us some support and our sponsors. Thank you for everything. You guys got anything to add?
Nope.
Close it out. All right. Well, Jack, we know what to say, right?
Stay wild, Alaska.
Right.
You remember my speaking to you of what I call your overcautiousness. Are you not overcautious when you assume that you cannot do what the enemy is constantly doing?
The Alaska Wild Project podcast is brought to you by the following sponsors.
Barney's Sports Chalet, supplying hunters with the best hand-selected gear since 1963. The exclusive home of frontier gear built for the rugged Alaskan terrain. Your one-stop shop for all your outdoor needs. Visit Barney's today at 906 West Northern Lights.
Big Rays, the Alaskan outfitter, committed to outfitting Alaskans across the state since 1947. Whether you're a recreator, parent, guide, or corporate buyer, Big Rays has the gear you need, tailored for Alaska's harsh conditions. Check out their new exclusive line of Auralic waders. Big Rays for all your outdoor gear and rugged work attire. BigRays.com.
Tailored Restoration 24-hour emergency home services, helping Alaskans restore their dreams since 1972. Services include fire, water, mold, post-emergency cleaning, repair, and remodeling. Give them a call in Anchorage, Eagle River, Matsu, or Fairbanks. Hit them up at tailoredrestorationalaska.com.
Total Truck and Alaska Overlander, Alaska's premier supplier for custom automotive accessories and overlanding products, providing all-inclusive rental vehicles and trailers custom outfitted to explore the Alaskan backcountry with a unique and convenient traveling experience.
TheTreehouseAK.com, located at 341 Boniface Parkway, Alaska's own and grown cannabis and CBD store. Ask the bud tender what the strain of the day is to get your 10% off. The Treehouse, where the culture lives. AKO Farms, located in Sitka, Alaska, built from the ground up with concentrates as their single motivation, with exclusive products such as their sugar wax, full spectrum diamond sauce carts, and more. Ask your local bud tender about AKO. Marijuana has intoxicating effects and may be habit-forming and addictive. Marijuana impairs concentration, coordination, and judgment. Do not operate a vehicle or machinery under the influence. There are health risks associated with consumption of marijuana. For the use of only by adults 21 and older. Keep out of the reach of children, and marijuana should not be used by women who are pregnant or breastfeeding.
The Bait Shack, located on Ship Creek upstream of the bridge. Can't miss the bright red shack. They are the go-to fishing gear rental and guide service on Ship Creek. Tight lines and fish on. Come hook into the action with them. Hit them up at thebaitshackak.com.
Lawn Pro AK, Alaska's year-round professional property maintenance team. Services include weekly lawn care, custom landscaping, fertilizing, weed control, turf repair, and more. Schedule your free estimate at lawnproak.com.
Alaska's OG cider company, Double Shovel, crafting gluten-free colonial-style ciders founded as a healthier, non-inflammatory brew option. Drop by their Pop and Tap room in Anchorage off of 58th and Arctic or visit the second location in Kodiak. Double Shovel, award-winning ciders.
The Alaska chapter of Backcountry Hunters and Anglers, BHA, is the voice of our Alaskan public lands, waters, and wildlife. Their goal is to uphold our hunting and fishing legacy while keeping our public lands wild. Stand up today and join BHA at backcountryhunters.org.
Should you not claim to be at least his equal in prowess and act upon the claim? I say try. If we never try, we shall never succeed. This proposition is a simple truth, and it's too important to be lost sight of for a moment. If we cannot beat the enemy where he now is, we never can. It is all easy if our troops march as well as the enemy, and it is unmanly to say they cannot do it.